drove the field, Brett, and scored a touchdown, missed the extra point, and they lead Independence right now 6-0. This is the first possession for the Independence Tigers. Jeff Horchak alongside Brett Luckett and cameraman Butch Lee bringing you the second round of the 3A state playoffs. Independence comes in as an 11 seed. They are 10-1 in the season. They defeated the Westgate Tigers last week by a score of 34-13. Iowa, this is their first playoff game in school history. They defeated Winsboro last week 34-19. So a matchup between an 11 seed, a 6 seed in 3A. Should be a good one, Brett.
Should be a good one. I tell you what, it's a cold, rainy night here in Independence, Louisiana. So far, like you said, the Yellowjackets went 70 yards and I believe 6 plays, drove it straight down the field. Right now, Independence has the ball with 9:08 to go in the first quarter, down 6-0.
Independence is going to have their hands full tonight with this ball club. They like to run the football. They've got a big line as well, big offensive and defensive line. So brings up 3rd and 1 for the Tigers. Signorelli under center. He'll take it around the right side. Gets popped by number 21 in the backfield. Big hit there on Signorelli, and he felt that. That was Roger Tatum on the hit. Brings up 4th down for the Tigers, unless they got the first down, and they did get it. So Signorelli takes a hit, but he's tough, and he got the first down for Independence at the 40-yard line.
If you notice right there, Jeff, it looked like they put a new formation in the playbook this week. When it went with 4 wides, usually you don't see that on the Independence side, but I tell you what, you're going to see some new wrinkles in this offense tonight.
Very rarely do you see that. They're going to have to pull out some new things. Here we go. It's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line to be exact. They pitch it to the number 2, Jarvis Dunner on the left side, goes across that lake, runs through the lake, takes it up across to about the 47-yard line. Very muddy field, as you said earlier, Brett. The field is very muddy, a lot of rain here today. This is going to be a sloppy game more than likely, so it's hard to tell what to expect, but it's probably a sure bet that both these teams are going to keep the ball on the ground the majority of the night because of the weather conditions.
You expect both teams to run the ball a lot tonight, Jeff. And I tell you what, with the rainy conditions like this, both teams are really going to have to secure the football tonight. 2nd
and 2, 3 backs in the backfield for the Tigers. Ball at the 47. They give it to Dunn. He gets hit in the backfield by Tatum again. Wrestled down, no gain on the play. And again, this Iowa team, it's pronounced Iowa. It's spelled Iowa, but it's pronounced Iowa. The Iowa Jackets, they got a big win last week against Winsboro. They defeated Westgate in the regular season, the team that defeated Amite last week in the first round of the playoffs. This is a very good football team, a team that should give Independence all they can handle. Now, if whoever wins this game tonight will play the winner of Redemptorist and Parkview Baptist, which is going on tonight. Big game, Turlings Catholic and Redemptorist. The winner of Turlings Catholic and Redemptorist plays the winner of this game in 3A. That's going to be a very good team coming out of that game. So whichever team wins this game is going to have their hands full in the next game. Dunn on the carry up to across the 50 to about the 47-yard line. And that should be a first down. It is. First down for Independence. Good run there by Jarvis Dunn. He already has his jersey drenched in water and mud, so this is going to be a tough night. This is the night when real football players step up.
Tell you what, Jeff, cold, rainy night. This is definite football weather here tonight.
No doubt about it. 1st and 10 for Independence. Long drive on the ground. Royce to make it to the near side with LeBlanc. Far side, Dunn and Landry. In the backfield is Hubbard. He's the lone back. They give it to him. Gets hit in the backfield and dropped. Man, number 21, Tatum, in on the tackle for Iowa, and he's been very impressive in this opening half.
Also, number 67, Adam Richard for the tackle as well, the assist for the Yellowjackets.
I'd like to thank our sponsors, Billy's Auto Repair, full-service automotive ASE certified. Billy Carter can hook you up with any repair you need in your cars, AC alignment, brakes, fuel injection, tune-ups, oil change. Contact Billy today at Billy's Auto Repair, 878-0507. That's 878-0507, and that's Billy's Auto Repair in Independence. Here we go. 2nd and 8, ball at the 47. The blown back is Hubbard. They fake. Now they reverse around to Richardson. He breaks the tackle in the backfield across the 50 down the sideline. 40, 35. Knocked out of bounds. Landry Richardson. First down, Tigers.
Good run by Landry Richardson right there. It looked like he's going to be met in the backfield by number 44. Good job eluding the tackle right there, picking up the first down for the Tigers.
Impressive run there by Landry Richardson. Like you said, breaking the tackle in the backfield would have been a big loss. Getting down the sideline, picking up some big yards and a first down. Independence moving the football. They trail 6-0 with 6:15 remaining first quarter to the Iowa Jackets, the number 11 seed. 7-4 on the season. The 11 seed against the 10-1 6 seed, the Independence Tigers. Here we go, 1st and 10 at the 35. The lone back in the backfield's Hubbard. 2 receivers to the near, 2 to the far. They pitch to Hubbard on the left side. Goes across the mud pile and is slung down shy of the 35. Another big tackle there by number 44 of Iowa. On the tackle, Clint Talbot. And I tell you what, Brett, defensively, this Iowa ball club really getting in the backfield early.
This Iowa team, like you said, Jeff, they get in the backfield early. They look really aggressive on the defensive side of the ball, really look like they've been well coached. I'll tell you what, the fundamentals are there. Looks like Independence could be in for a long night tonight.
Definitely. Here we go. It's 2nd and 12, ball at the 36-yard line. So they actually lost a yard on that play. 2nd down, Signorelli under center. He has Jarvis Dunn, the lone back in the backfield. Roger Brister to the near side. Now 2 receivers to the far side. Signorelli drops, goes downfield to Roger Brister. It's incomplete, brings up 3rd down. Just overthrew that ball to Roger Brister, and it brings up a 3rd down for Independence. This is an emotional game because Iowa hasn't been in the playoffs. They're emotional, just like last week's team, Westgate. Never been to the playoffs, very emotional team. They come out fired up. Independence has to hold them down early and not allow them to make a big run and get too big of a lead in this first half. Royce Sameka checks back in for the Tigers at receiver. Sorry.
But I tell you what, it looked like Signorelli had to kind of hurry that throw because it looked like number 42 was putting some pressure on him right there.
Here we go. It's 3rd and 12. Lone back in the backfield's done. Sameka to the near side. Richardson to the far side. Signorelli fakes the handoff, steps up, throws to the right side. It's caught by Royce Sameka at the 30-yard line. Gutsy catch by Sameka. Mud all on his face mask, his helmet. But a great catch.
Good catch by Sameka right there. Looked like Signorelli kind of on the throw him right there, with Sameka using good judgment, came back towards him, made a great catch. It's going to bring up 4th and about 6 for Independence.
If you're joining us, this is Independence, Louisiana, 2nd round of the Louisiana Prep Football Playoffs in 3A. It's the Independence Tigers and the Iowa Jackets. Iowa hails from Lake Charles, Louisiana. 4th and 6. 3 backs in the backfield. Flag on the play, and I believe it was offsides on Iowa. Well, they jumped early, one of the 2.
Yeah, it looked like Signorelli drew a little hard count right there, forcing the Yellowjackets offsides.
So Signorelli pulling some tricks out, trying to play a little mind games with Iowa early on here. Very inclement weather, a lot of rain, wet field. Tough place to watch a game, play a game, broadcast a game, or film a game. But hey, it's high school football, and that's the way it goes. You play whether it's snowing, raining, or whether it's nice outside. Now, we complained earlier, Brett, that in the last couple weeks it was too hot in South Louisiana. Now it's chilly and it's raining, so you can't get everything you want.
Well, Jeff, I don't mind the cold weather. I just don't care for this rain because we, like the players, we're actually on top of the press box under calling this game.
We are on top of the press box. 4th and 1 for Independence. Big call here in the first period as Independence trails 6-0 to the Iowa Jackets. Ball's right at the 25. 3 backs in the backfield. 4th and 1. They give it to Gerald Williams. He breaks across the 25, and that's a 1st down for Independence. Takes it up to about the 23-yard line. Enough for the 1st down. Tigers moving on the ground. And again, you're going to see both these teams run the football. I don't think too many passes will be thrown tonight because of this weather. So expect a power football running game tonight by both squads.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jeff, Independence, as we know, is playing some great defense throughout the season, except for the A-Meet game. I'll tell you what, it's going to be a good challenge tonight going against this Yellow Jacket offense.
4:30 and counting, first period. Independence trailing Iowa 6-0. We are broadcasting from Independence, Louisiana. 1st and 10, Brister to the near side, Dunn in the backfield, and now Richardson to the far. They pitch it to Dunn around the right side. As a hole, goes across the 20, maybe got to the 19, but not a lot of room. And again, Iowa defensively very similar to Westgate last week, who Independence played, coming out aggressive and very emotional in the opening half.
Well, Iowa figures they got nothing to lose tonight. You know, they're in the first year of playoffs. I'll tell you what, whether they win or lose, this is going to bring some good experience to next year's team.
Definitely will. As we said, the winner of this game will play the winner of the Redemptorist Turling's Catholic ball game. So the next game, whoever wins this, it'll be a great ball game. The winner will go on the road. Hand off to Hubbard. He's got a hole. He breaks it across the 10 to about the 9-yard line. Another 1st down for Independence.
Give credit to the offensive line, like you said. Throughout this whole season, they go about 270, 275 across the offensive line. I'll tell you what, when you want to move the ball, you run it right up the gut.
You do, and Neely Hubbard shows you his ability. We've talked all year, Brett, about the trio of running backs Independence has. Gerald Williams, Neely Hubbard, and Jarvis Dunn. All 3 very capable backs, and they really help each other out and bring a lot of different looks to defenses. Brings up 1st down, 1st and 7 for Independence. 2 backs in the backfield. That's Dunn and Hubbard. Receiver to the far side, Richardson. Sameka to the near side. They give it to Hubbard. He fights his way across the 5, takes it to about the 2 or 3 yard line. Another hard run by Neely Hubbard.
Good power running right there by Hubbard, taking it down to about the 2 yard line. Looked like there's about 2 or 3 Yellow Jackets on that stop.
Independence trying to tie this game and possibly go up by a point if they can nail the extra point. Down 6-0 with 3:03 remaining first period from Independence, Louisiana. Jeff Horchak, Brett Luckett, and Butch Lee with you in this rainy but pleasant ball game. 2nd and 2. 2 backs in the backfield. They go ahead and give it to Dunn up the middle. Fights his way in, knifes his way in. Touchdown, Independence. Jarvis Dunn.
You know Jarvis Dunn was going to be denied right there, taking it right at the guy, going right up Aaron Lips. I tell you what, good blocking. Give all the credit to the offensive line. They did a great job of opening up some big holes for the running backs to go through. I tell you what, it looks like we could be for a high-scoring ball game tonight.
Could be. It could be a lot of running tonight with this weather. The 2 major muddy areas on the field right at about the 30-yard line on each side of the field. So it's going to be a high-scoring game if the teams can hold on to the football. That's the key. Of course, this rainy weather, we haven't seen a turnover yet, but we wouldn't be surprised if we see any with the weather. Now, Aaron Lips will come in and attempt the extra point. Royce Sameka, the holder. Tigers trying to take the lead and go up 7-6. They are in a 6-6 ball game at this point. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. Aaron Lips kicks the extra point to put Independence ahead 7-6 with 2:47 remaining first quarter from Independence, Louisiana.
Jeff, there's going to be a flag on a play right there. I think it's going to be roughing the kicker after the extra point, so you're going to probably tack on 15 yards on the kickoff.
Big penalty there by the Yellowjackets. They don't want to do that on the road, but they have a big crowd on the other side of the field. You can see their crowd. They brought a lot of people with them. I was going over there talking to someone before the game. They're pretty pumped up, too. This crowd's, they're coming here to fight tonight.
I tell you what, Iowa got a good fan turnout over there, especially in this cold, rainy weather here in Independence.
Here we go. Independence will kick off now to the Yellowjackets. If you're not familiar with Iowa, they are located outside of Lake Charles, Louisiana. They are 7-4 coming into this game, and they are the number 11 seed. Independence, you're probably familiar with them. They've been one of the more dominant teams in the area and in the state. They were ranked number 1 in the state for 8 straight weeks. Coming into this game, they are 10-1 and a number 6 seed. They had a big win last week against Westgate, 34-13 right here at home. They had a lot of penalties against them, Brett. I'm sure they're going to work on that tonight and try to cut down on that.
Well, Jeff, as you know, that's been a story the whole year. Penalties, penalties, penalties. I tell you what, they've been averaging around 8 to 12 penalties every game. And I tell you what, I talked to Coach Bagley last week, and he promised me they're going to cut down on those mistakes in tonight's ball game.
Well, I'm sure they're going to work on that because as you progress in the playoffs, you've got to play crisper football, and Independence knows that. But they are a very good team, well coached. Coach Bagley on his last year really wanting to win a state title for this town and for the kids and all the former alum and coaches that put in their hard work. And, you know, we'd love to see it here as well. We'd also like to thank Siggy's Trailer Sales. They sell utility trailers. You can call them on the phone at 878-6005. If you need utility trailers and you want the best price in town, stop by Siggy's Trailer Sales. You can stop by and see them at 1236-5. I'll get that out. West Black Cat Road in Independence, or call them on the phone at 878-6005. That's Siggy's Utility Trailer Sales, and also Billy's Auto Repair. Here we go. The ball is booted way back into the end zone. Number 4 on the boot. Darnell Keith, big punt into the end zone, and that's where the ball will go, down to the 20-yard line. That's where Iowa will take it. About an hour, you're going to get really wet. 2:47 remaining first quarter. Your score 7-6. Independence leading Iowa. Iowa has the football now at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Their quarterback's number 11, Shane Curley, a senior. Curley under center, 2 backs in the backfield, a receiver to the near side. They hand it off to the fullback. That was number 23, Sesteline. Lespecius Sesteline, the junior, on the carry, and he maybe got a yard or two, not a lot on that play. Good interior stop there by the Independence defense.
With number 99, Lionel Singleton led the charge on that stop for Independence. Maybe looks like we can wait and see if Independence's defense can really step up right here on this next drive. And I'll tell you what, last drive is no one really got to see it because we came on a little late. Iowa drove the length of the field, scoring the first touchdown of the ball game. So Independence really needs to step right here on this defensive series.
We'd like to thank Billy's Auto Repair again. Billy's Auto Repair will help you out and fix any problem you have in your car. AC alignment, brakes, fuel injection, tune-ups, oil change. Call Billy's Auto Repair in Independence today at 878-0507. Deep pass downfield, broken up by number 44 of Independence.
That's Chris Bonds on the breakup right there. He went with number 84, stride for stride. The quarterback had plenty of time to air it out, but good defensive play by Chris Bonds, number 44.
Second down play. Bonds stepping up in the secondary, making the stop, bringing up 3rd and 8 for the Iowa Jackets. The Iowa Jackets. The Iowa Yellowjackets. 3rd and 8. Quarterback Curley under center, and he's looking for some room to throw the football and get his team going offensively. They trail 7-6. They scored on their first drive. Brett drove the ball about 70 yards. Impressive, capped off by a touchdown, but missed the extra point. 3rd and 8. Ball at the 20-yard line. Curley hands it to number 33 around the right side. That carry is Gilbo, and he will take it down to about the 21, but not a lot of yardage on that carry, and that'll bring up 4th down. Iowa will have to punt the football. Great defensive stand by Independence.
That was number 68, Clarence Richardson, on the stop for the Tigers. Good penetration right there. Getting number 33 for about a loss of 1 on the play. It's going to force Iowa to punt the ball away.
That's what Independence wants to do, force the punt. Very simple term in football. Force the punt, and you have a good shot of winning the football game. If you can force the team to punt, Tigers do it. It'll be 4th down. Back to return for Independence. Number 2, he's dirty, but he's a tough player. His name is Jarvis Dunn. He's at the 50-yard line. He's got mud all over his jersey. Look at that, Brett. First quarter, and he's already dirty. You know he's a player. Fumbles a football, but it's recovered by Dunn. He falls back on it, takes it at the 41. Now, Iowa says they've recovered. I believe Independence is on the bottom of that pile with the football, and I believe Jarvis Dunn recovered. He did. So that type of play, not surprising because of the weather tonight. The ball is very slippery. Expect to see the ball change hands in several times during plays.
Well, it looked like Jarvis Dunn should have signaled for the fair catch right there, because he had 2 Yellowjackets right in his face. And by him not fair catching that ball, maybe he got a little nervous as well. Fumbled that ball, but fortunately they recovered the ball.
Independence has it at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10. They lead 7-6 with 59 seconds remaining first quarter. The 3 backs in the backfield. They pitch to Dunner on the right side. He's got Williams out front blocking for him. He takes it across the 45, 50, 45, 40. He's wrestled down to the 35. 1st down, Independence. Jarvis Dunn. Great lead blocking by number 31, Gerald Williams.
Oh, great lead blocking right there. I'll tell you what, Jarvis Dunn found the hole around the right-hand side, turned on the jet burners, gained about 17 yards on the play.
Jarvis Dunn is playing like a senior tonight, running hard, has a nice hole out front, running down the sideline, picking up the 1st down. Tigers moving the football on a cold, wet night in Independence, Louisiana. You couldn't script it better than this, Brett. High school football, cold, wet winter night, 2nd round of the Louisiana State High School football playoffs. Doesn't get much better than this. 1st and 10, ball at the 35. They give it to Williams. He has a hole across the 35, stumbles up near the 30.
Across the 35-yard line.
Williams is going to gain about 3 yards on the carry, bringing up 2nd and 7 for the Tigers.
This is the 2nd round of the playoffs. You have to win 4 games to get to the Superdome and to get to the state title game. That's where teams want to go. I was talking to Ken Trahan earlier this week on my show at KSLU Sports Chat with Horchak, and he was telling me that the Superdome, has just blossomed over the years. They started the Sugar Bowl or the championships in the Superdome back in '81, and it's just grown and grown each year. And now it's to the point where it almost looks like NFL capacity crowd when you see these big games. People come out in the droves, but high school football is huge, and the Superdome was a prime place to have it. In the city of New Orleans, it's an attraction, and then with the indoor facility, you don't have to worry about the weather, so that's also a thing that you don't have to worry about. Just an unbelievable situation. All teams, they point toward the Superdome. That's where they want to go at the end of the year. That's the end of the first quarter. Your score, Independence up over Iowa, 7-6. We'll take a quick break and return. You're watching Prep Playoff Football right here on Florida Parish Television, Channel 17.
Welcome back to the game in Independence, Louisiana, with Independence on top, 7-6. Start of the second quarter right here. Signorelli's getting on the center. He's got 2 guys in the back, 2 split ends to each side. Signorelli calls for ball. He's going to give it to Hubbard right up the middle. Hubbard breaks a tackle, and he spins his way for a first down for the Tigers.
Whoa, Neely Hubbard rolling his way down the field. Big run by Neely Hubbard. First down, Independence. Brett, an impressive play by Mr. Hubbard and the offensive line of the Tigers.
Give the offensive line credit again. I tell you what, this huge offensive line can open up some tremendous holes for any running back to run behind. Jeff, even you can run behind that offensive line.
I think I could. It would be fun, but I don't know if I'd want to do it tonight because I might break a leg in this weather. Here we go. 1st and 10, Independence at the 21. They give it to Dunn. He bounces it, decides to take it straight up the middle, runs head on with the defender of Iowa, and is dropped. Not much on that carry. That was number 14 on the tackle for Iowa, Josh Wheatley, and he just stood Dunn straight up on that play.
Good tackle right there by number 14, Josh Wheatley.
Also, number 14.
Brings up 2nd and 10 for Independence at the 20-yard line. They lead 7-6 with 11:09 remaining first half. Two backs in the backfield, Dunn and Hubbard. Receiver to the near side, Richardson. Receiver to the far side is Brister, and Hubbard is dropped in the backfield. Big tackle by number 67 of Iowa, Adam Richard. And I tell you what, again, this defense of Iowa been playing very well. Independence is going to have to throw some things in there to trick them up. I don't expect this to be a high-scoring game. You talked about that earlier. I think it's going to be an intermediate scoring game. It's hard to tell with weather like this. You just never know. But it's going to be a hard-fought game. We know that for sure.
Well, we know both of these teams want this football game more than anything. Like you said, it's going to be a hard-fought ball game. It's going to come down to the team that turns the ball over the least.
Ball's back at the 22, 3rd and 10. Signorelli fakes the handoff to Dunn, rolls right, throws. He's got Hubbard in the flat. He's got room. Up to the 10, breaks his way out of bounds at about the 8 to 9 yard line. First down, Independence. Nice little pass play from Signorelli to Hubbard in the flat. First down, Independence. And again, we've seen that all year long. They have really started to use Neely Hubbard in the passing game. Throw it to him in the flat. It usually works.
Well, they know Hubbard has tremendous hands. You know, he can catch pretty much anything. And I'll tell you what, on 3rd down, we need to get a first down. That's your man to go to.
Neely Hubbard, the trusty back who has good hands. He can do it all. Brings up 1st and 10 for Independence at the 9-yard line. In the backfield is one back, the lone back. That's Hubbard again. He kicks the handoff, spins his way forward, takes it up maybe to the 7, but was brought down by a couple defenders from Iowa, number 44 and number 45. Tackles by Derek Benny and Clint Talbot. But Neely Hubbard just bouncing off those defenders. He's really running hard.
Jeff, as you and I know, Jarvis Dunn graduates this next year. This is his last and final year. I'll tell you what, Hubbard's only a sophomore, so I don't think Independence is really going to be hurting that running back for the next couple years.
No, he's a specimen, very solid back, and like you said, a sophomore. They have 2 more years of him. You're going to see a lot of Neely Hubbard in the next few years here at Independence High School. 2nd and 10, ball is at the 9-yard line. Dunn in the backfield. They pitch him to the around the right side. Has a nice hole opened up by number 11, Hubbard. He spins his way up to around the 5 or 6 yard line. He's finally wrestled back again by number 44 on the tackle, Clint Talbot. So, yeah, you're right. Neely Hubbard, very solid back. He's going to be someone to watch for. Jarvis Dunn has been here for 4 years and run hard all 4 years. One of the top backs we've seen in the area. 1,000-yard rusher and does it all. Has been the catalyst for this offense. Royce Sameka checks out, and now Roger Brister checks in, a receiver for the Tigers. It's 3rd and 7. Ball's right at the 6-7 yard line. Independence up 7-6 with 8:50 remaining first half. Hubbard in the backfield, Richardson to the near side. They send Brister in motion. Dunn to the far side, a receiver. Signorelli throws near side to Brister. He's got the catch. Reception is made by Roderick Brister at the 3-yard line. Great catch there by Roderick Brister, using his size to shield off the defender and make the play.
Well, good throw right there by Signorelli. Brister also a great catch, but I tell you what, it's going to bring up 4th and goal at the 3-yard line. You can almost expect Independence to go for this 4th down.
4th and 3, ball at the 3. Tigers will go for it. And Independence will go ahead and take a timeout. With 8:01 remaining, up 7-6, and they have the ball at the 3-yard line. We'll go ahead and talk about our sponsors again and thank them for sponsoring the game, because it's really nice to have sponsors when it comes to bringing you these games, because if it wasn't for the sponsors, Brett, we wouldn't have these high school football games. Billy's Auto Repair, proud sponsor of Independence football. Billy can take care of your AC, your alignment, your brakes, fuel injection, tune-ups, oil change. That's Billy's Auto Repair in Independence. You can call them on the phone at 878-805-07. That's 878-0507, and that's Billy's Auto Repair. For the best auto repair in the business, call Billy today at 878-0507, as well as Siggy's Utility Trailer Sales. Now, everybody needs a utility trailer, and if you need a utility trailer and you want to get the best price possible, you need to call Siggy's Trailer Sales today at 878-6005. You can stop by and see them at 12365 West Black Cat Road, or call them, like I said, on the phone at 878-6005. That's Siggy's Trailer Sales, very proud sponsors of Independence Tiger football, along with Billy's Auto Repair, our two awesome sponsors who sponsored tonight's ball game. Here we go, 4th and 3. Independence has the football at the 3-yard line, needing to score and pick up some more points to give us some insurance. They only lead by a point, 7-6. In a game like this, you need all the points you can get. You never know with the way the weather is. Signorelli has the football under center now. They have Hubbard going in motion. Signorelli rolls right, steps up now under pressure. He dropped in the backfield, brought back to at the 10-yard line. Big defensive stand there by the Iowa Yellowjackets, and that's where Iowa will take over at the 10-yard line. Are you surprised that Dustin Signorelli didn't at least throw that ball into the end zone?
I'm very surprised. If he would have looked upfield, he had Sameka wide open in the back of the end zone, but I guess he was under too much pressure. He couldn't see him. Just a great defensive stance by the Yellowjackets.
Yellowjackets will take over in a big stand there. As we said, their defense has been playing well. 7-6 ball game. Independence with the slight advantage. 7:55 remaining first half from Independence. Jeff Horchak along with Brett Lucken and a trusty cameraman who's working so hard for us tonight, Butch Lee. Iowa has it. Curley under center. Two backs in the backfield. It's 1st and 10. They go ahead and give it to the fullback up the middle, and they get about 2 yards on the carry. Now, you can see by watching Iowa tonight, they are a team that likes to run the football. They've thrown one pass. It was incomplete, broken up by Chris Bonds, but they're going to run the football. You're going to see a lot of running tonight. This weather is just a weather that does not encourage you to throw the football.
Well, the Yellowjackets run a wing T formation. Usually when you run a wing T formation, about 90% of your play calling is running. So, yeah, you can't expect the Yellowjackets to primarily run the ball a lot tonight.
Independence, we've seen them. They have a lot of backs. They like to run. They can throw the short passes, but with weather like this, they will stay on the ground as well. Here we go. Brings up 2nd and 7. They give it again to their fullback. He breaks loose. He's across the 20 to about the 25. Wrestled down to the 27. That's a first down for Iowa on the carry by number 23. Sestoline, Les Pisius Sestoline, the junior fullback on the carry, and he picks up a first down. Big run. Excuse me, that's Shannon Gilbo. Shannon Gilbo on the carry, the senior running back. Got the names mixed up. It's Gilbo on the carry, but again, a good running to the right side. He had some blocking, picks up a first down. Iowa has come to play this evening.
Well, Gilbo found a hole right around on the right-hand side, picked up a great lead block from his fullback. Good hard running right there to pick up the first down for the Yellowjackets.
We'll be bringing you St. Thomas Aquinas football as well this week as St. Thomas takes on McCall. This is the other big game, Independence and Iowa. We'll be seeing several playoff games this week on FPTV Channel 17. Here we go, the carry by number 84 of Iowa. Buxton on the carry, takes it up near the 45 to about, or the 35, about the 32-yard line. That's where it'll stand. 32-yard line on the carry by Buxton brings up 2nd and 10 for Iowa. They trail 7-6. Clock is down to about 6:15 left in the first half, and pretty fast first half so far, but we've seen what we've expected to see. Both teams run the football in a 7-6 ball game.
The time is going by pretty quick. Both teams keeping the ball on the ground as we expected. Iowa's on the move right here.
Iowa has it. Curley under center. Fakes now, steps up, throws to the near far side. It's intercepted by number 23 of Independence. Picked off by Conley. Donald Conley with the interception. The ball is at the 26-yard line. First down, Independence.
Independence caught a break right there because it deflected off of number 23 hands for Iowa. Iowa, that's Precious Celestine. I can't even say his name. Anyway, they turn it over. Independence has the football.
Donald Conley Conley, a big defensive stand, the first turnover of the ball game. Independence gets it. Conley in the secondary, catching off the tip, heads up play. 1st and 10, Independence at the 30. 3 backs in the backfield. Dunn is drilled in the backfield and dropped. A loss on the play. Huge tackle by number 42. 42 on the tackle in the backfield. Justin Wilkinson dropping Dunn. He read that from the start.
Well, Justin Wilkinson's doing a great job really getting through that offensive line. As you know, it's a tough job trying to penetrate that line. Did a good job tackling Dunn for about a 3-yard loss, bringing up 2nd and 13 for the Tigers.
Independence picking off the pass. Donald Conley on the interception. The first turnover of the game. And the Tigers get a break here, up 7-6, trying to pick up some insurance points before the half. 5:15 remaining first half. Signorelli under center. It's 2nd and 12. They send Richardson in motion. Hubbard in the backfield. Dunn to the near side, a receiver. They throw to Dunn. He goes out as a receiver. Has it across the 30. 25-20. He's in the open field. 1 man to beat. He's ripped down at the 6-yard line. First down, Independence. A rare catch by Jarvis Dunn, but he makes things happen.
Well, I tell you what, good play calling right there by the offensive coordinator, Keith Corona. Signorelli just doing a quick dump off to Jarvis Dunn. Jarvis Dunn taking it the rest of the way down to the 6-yard line, bringing up 1st and goal for the Tigers.
We haven't seen Jarvis Dunn catch the ball, but when he does, he makes things happen. Beautiful catch and pass and catch play there by the Tigers. Jarvis Dunn making it happen. Such a fun player to watch. Brings up 1st and 7 at the 9. They pitch it to Williams around the left side looking for blockers. Lowers the head, takes it up to about the 6. But not a lot more left on the play. But again, going back to that play, Jarvis Dunn, he's playing hard, man. He is playing hard. He has, his jersey is drenched. He has mud all on his face mask, hanging out on his chin protector. His pants are soaked, but he doesn't care. He wants to take the Tigers to the Superdome.
Well, Jeff, I'll tell you what, Jarvis Dunn is one of the reasons why Independence is in this playoff game tonight. I'll tell you what, with the good hard running, you expect him to get the ball a lot tonight.
2nd and 6, they give it to Hubbard. He is stuffed in the backfield by number 21, Roger Tatum. Taps him on the helmet and says, "You're not going anywhere on that play." Hubbard, tough running, but I tell you what, this defense of Iowa has played very, very impressive tonight. No matter what happens, they have come to play, and they're going to give Independence everything they can handle. And like we said earlier, Brett, the winner of this game will take on the winner of Redemptorist and Turling's Catholic. That's not going to be an easy matchup.
Well, you know, Iowa is going to try and play the hardest ball game of the season. I tell you what, they drove over 5 hours just to get here. So, you know, any team that drives 5 hours, they're going to give it all they can.
Timeout.
Hey, that smoke is killing me.
Timeout called on the field. It's 3rd and 4 for Independence. We'll take a quick break. You're watching high school playoff football right here on Florida Parish Television, Channel 17. 3rd and 4 for the Tigers. They lead 7-6. First half, 3:30 remaining. I am excited to be here with you, Jeff Horchak, along with Brett Luckett and cameraman Butch Lee, bringing you all the heart-throbbing play-by-play. We're freezing our kielbasa off. There goes Dunn into the end zone. Touchdown, Jarvis Dunn with the touchdown, and the Tigers go up 13-6.
One of the guys that got you here, why not give it to him right up the middle? Taking it from 4 yards out. Touchdown, Independence.
Touchdown, Independence. Jarvis Dunn, both scores have been by the deuce. Dunn lifts in to kick the extra point. And it is up, and it looks to be good from this vantage point. It is good. Aaron Lips nails the extra point. Independence up 14-6 over the Iowa Jackets. Again, Independence time control offense. Run the football, take time off the clock, hold on to the ball, and they score off that turnover. Good interception by Donald Conley.
I'll tell you what, Jeff, this Independence offense kind of reminds you about the Saints a little bit. They can score on almost any possession, I'll tell you what, and they like to take a lot of time off the clock.
They do, and big Aaron Lips in to knock the extra point down both times and also to block. This Tiger football team playing hard. They want to go to the Superdome, and right now they're on their way, but we still have a whole half to go after this 3:25. Interesting ball game.
Well, Jeff, speaking of the Tigers, what about the job Nick Saban's done up in Baton Rouge? LSU standing at 7-3. Do you realize if they can win the game against Arkansas, they could possibly go into the Cotton Bowl?
Wow, that would be something else. LSU, yeah, Nick Saban done a fantastic job. Hazlitt's done a tremendous job with Mueller and the Saints. And you know what? Coach Bagley is doing a terrific job with these Independence Tigers. They lead 14-6 with 3:25 remaining. And now Mr. Keith will kick off for the Tigers. Ball's at the 40. 2 men back to return for Iowa. Number 8, Chad Joe. And number 22, Greg Beller. The ball is falling on right at about the 34-yard line. That is where Iowa will take it, and it is continuing to get cooler and cooler up here, Brett. It must be 35 degrees. Very cool night in South Louisiana. A rainy, wet, damp night for high school football. Second round action here on Channel 17, 3A playoffs. It's Independence and Iowa. From Independence, 3:23 remaining. First half, 14-6, Independence with the lead. But Iowa has the football at the 34-yard line. First and 10. Curley under center, hands it off to number 33. That's Gilbo. He takes it down this left sideline to about the 41-yard line. First, second down now for Iowa.
29, the ball 15.
Ball at the 41-yard line, holding on Iowa. The Iowa crowd boos in distress. They do not like the call. So holding on Iowa, they have the football. And again, like we said, Brett, very chilly night. We thought it was cold last week. Tonight it is even colder with this rain, very cold. Winter is here, folks.
Well, Jeff, I know we complain a little bit about the cold, about the heat, but I'll tell you what, at least the mosquitoes are not biting us, and the beetles aren't pelting us tonight.
Right, we've seen everything in Independence this year. We've seen beetles, we've seen crows trying to hit us, we've seen mosquitoes the size of crows biting us. So we've seen it all, and now it's frigid temperatures. First and 20 for Iowa. A long way to go on that holding penalty. Curley drops back, throws, and it's incomplete to number 22, Greg Ballard, but a flag on the play.
Against the Tigers.
So a flag on the play. Who will be on? Looks like it might be on Independence. I'm not sure.
Jeff, it will be on Independence. That was a pass interference call. Clearly, number 1 was all over him, so you're going to tack on 15 yards right here.
Well, that'll help them out. It was first and 20. They'll pick up some positive yards in that play. And again, 2:51 remaining in the first half. 14-6, Independence with the lead. They just committed a penalty, gave the Iowa Jackets an automatic first down. So they won't pass that up. They'll take that first down and move down the field. And I had some hot chocolate before the game, but I tell you what, I could use a gallon of it right now. It is chilly. Woo. Very chilly.
I'll tell you what, Jeff, maybe we'll get the guys that brought some hot chocolate last week. Maybe they'll bring us some hot chocolate again tonight.
Yeah, they look like they're ready to go and do it. Hey, fellas, first and 10 for Iowa. They give it to number 23, bounces it out to the left side. On the carry is Sestine, and he takes it up near the 45-yard line. That's Lespesis Celestine. Interesting name. Sestine on the carry.
Well, number 22, Robert Tofield, from his cousin LeBrandon Tofield, on the start for the Tigers.
He told us that a few weeks ago. He said, I am LeBrandon's first cousin. Not his third, his first. So you're right, his cousin has had a very good year this year at LSU. I believe he's going to be back this week for the, or next week for the Arkansas game. He was hurt, but he's going to be back. Second and 4 for the Iowa Jackets at the 44-yard line. They give it to number 23 again on the carry. He's dropped. Carry by Sestine and tackle by number 68 of Independence. Clarence Richardson in on the tackle, and he's been a man this year on defense. Played a lot of time on defense, and has recorded a ton of tackles for Independence. A lot of tackling by Clarence Richardson. This defense of Independence, like we said, they don't get a lot of respect. A lot of times offense overshadows them, but their defense is tremendous. Lionel Singleton, Clarence Richardson, Galladora, Knott, Fendelson. I mean, we saw the man who picked the ball off earlier, Donnell Conley. Good defense. They give it to number 23 again. He's in the open field. Sestine break and tackles. Takes it up to the 40-yard line. First down, Iowa on the carry by number 23, Celestine. Man, just when you think you have them, they come right back.
Well, Celestine with a good carry right there. Looked like Aaron Liss is going to have him wrapped up in the backfield, but he eluded the tackle right there. And a good run right there by number 22 to pick up the first down for the Yellow Jackets.
We'll take a quick break. You're watching Prep Playoff Football right here on FPTV, Channel 17. Welcome back to Independence, Louisiana. Welcome back to the Ice Bowl in Independence. Between the Independence Tigers and the Iowa Jackets, the Ice Bowl. 1st and 10 for Iowa. They send a man in motion at the 40-yard line. They fake the handoff. Curley drops back, feels the heat. He's dropped, but he gets a pass off. Incomplete. I believe it was intended for number 23, Celestine, but it's incomplete. And Curley got drilled in the backfield, but Tiger just laid into him. He had to get rid of that ball quickly. Brings up second down.
I believe that was number 44, Chris Bonds, putting the pressure right there for the Tigers. With 1:07 left, Independence really needs to step it up right here, up 8 points.
1:07 remaining first half. We are broadcasting from Independence, and the Tigers of Independence hold a 14-6 lead. But Iowa is driving at the 39-yard line. It is 2nd and 10. Curley under center. He has a man in the backfield. That is number 22, Bellard. Curley drops back, throws downfield, and it is intercepted by number 1. Chad Alexander's got it. He's down the sideline. He's got blockers. Cuts back to midfield. Dropped at the 41-yard line. First down, Independence. Second interception of the game for the Tigers secondary. That time, Chad Alexander was there to make the play.
Alexander in the perfect spot right there. The quarterback threw it right to him. Curley looked like he was under pressure again. Had to really unload it right there. But Alexander in the perfect place at the perfect time. Snaps it out of the air. And it's going to be the first down for the Independence Tigers.
Right now, Independence winning the turnover battle. They've forced 2 turnovers. They have held on to the ball so far the entire game. So turnovers help your cause. They're up 14-6. They have the football back with 53 seconds left till halftime. Ball at the 40-yard line. Dunn in the backfield. Signorelli under center. He drops back. Throws to the near side to Richardson. Incomplete. Tough catch. Tough play to make there by Landry Richardson. It's incomplete. Brings up second down. It was a tough play to make. Ball was thrown kind of high, and Richardson had a man right on him. Great effort. Well, the Tigers secondary has done a good job. Interception by Donald Conley, and now this pick by number 1, Chad Alexander. We saw Chad Alexander in the preseason. I tell you what, I liked his stuff. I thought he had a lot of talent, very fast, very quick, and could break on the ball well, and he showed you right there. He timed that perfectly. He knew right where that football was going. 2nd and 10, Richardson in motion. Signorelli drops back, throws to the near side to Dunn. Incomplete. Couldn't corral it. 3rd down now for the Tigers.
Joe Dunn looks like he should have had that catch right there. Just went in and out of his hands. I tell you what, man, the ball's a little slick. In this kind of weather condition, sometimes the ball is hard to catch.
Brings up 3rd and 10 for the Tigers. Roderick Brister checks back in, a receiver, number 24. 46.1 seconds remaining till halftime, and we're going to get some hot chocolate. I know that for a fact. We might even get a heater up here. Who knows? 3rd and 10 for Independence. They have it at the 41-yard line. They give it to Dunn. Dunn goes across the 45, spins his way up near the 50, and that's where he will fall at the midfield mark, 50-yard line. Jarvis Dunn just running hard through the tackles, spinning off defenders. Timeout called by the Yellowjackets of Iowa. 33.8 seconds remaining till the half. Independence up 14-6 over Iowa. We'd like to run through our sponsors again. Billy's Auto Repair. We'd like to thank Billy's Auto Repair for sponsoring tonight's ball game. Billy's Auto Repair will hook you up with any type of situation you need in your car. If your car has AC problems, alignment, brakes, fuel injection, tune-ups, or oil change, Billy's Auto Repair can serve your needs. That's Billy's Auto Repair at Independence. Call them on the phone at 878-0507. Hey, Billy is an Independence grad. He likes the Tigers. He's a Tiger fan, and he's a proud sponsor of Independence Tiger football. That's Billy's Auto Repair, 878-0507, as well as Siggy's Utility Trailer Sales. Now, if you need a trailer for utility purposes, contact Siggy's Trailer Sales today for the best prices in the area at 878-6005. That's 878-6005, and that's Siggy's Auto Utility Trailer Sales. Siggy's Utility Trailer Sales.
And also tonight's game is brought to you by Sports Chat with Horchak, KSOU's own 90.9 inside scoop for SOU Athletics, New Orleans Saints, any school in Louisiana. Tune in to Sports Chat with Horchak Thursday nights, 6 to 6:30. Always has a special guest on week by week.
This week we had Ken Trahan. Last week we had Jake the Snake DeLome. Timeout of the field called by the Independence Tigers with 33.8 seconds remaining first half. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. You're watching Prep Playoff Football right here on FPTV, Channel 17. 33.8 seconds remaining first half. The rain is falling. It is freezing, but the Tigers have the lead 14-6, and they have the football at midfield. Signorelli keeps it, dives over the 50-yard line. It's going to be a close mark for the first down. Clock continues to run. Now it stops at 27.6 seconds left. It's going to be very, very close.
Jeff, from where we're standing, I don't believe he got it, but I guess we're going to have an official's measurement right here. But from where we're standing, I don't believe he got it.
Fourth down, and the Iowa Yellowjackets will take over at midfield with 27 seconds left. They have a shot. Punch it in before the half.
Yeah, it looked like they're going to be short by about a half a yard, and Jeff, I'm usually always right.
Well, don't get too confident, my son. Don't get too confident, because when you say that, then you'll be wrong. That was a good call. Yeah, definitely a very close call, but the Tigers couldn't pick up the first down, and the ball goes back to Iowa. They'll have a shot with 27 seconds left at midfield to throw some more points on the board and get back in this football game down 14-6. First and 10, Curley under center has a man in the backfield. That's number 22, Bellard. Curley drops back, rain is pouring, he throws downfield, it's caught by Celestine, he's got the catch, throws the defender down, makes a move, gets a few extra yards, takes it up to about the 44-yard line. Good move there by Celestine in the open field.
Well, Jeff, Celestine should have known how much time was on the clock. He should have gotten out of bounds right there to conserve some time on the clock. Not a really wise decision to turn it upfield, but nonetheless, the Yellowjackets call the timeout.
They call the timeout, 13 seconds remaining in this first half, and it is just dragging along because it's very cool out here and the fans are chilly. They have the umbrellas up, but you know what? If you're a real high school football fan, you don't let this bother you.
No, indeed not. I'll tell you what, Jeff, I believe this is our first rainy game we've had all season long, so really the weather has really cooperated with us in this 2000 football high school year.
It has. We should expect some rain this time of the year. If we were up north, it'd be snow. So, hey, you take what you can get. If you're in the south, it's rain. If you're in the north, it's snow.
I'll tell you what, Jeff, as you know, it really hadn't rained a lot this whole summer, so really it's a blessing that we're actually getting this rain this late in the season. I'll tell you what, we had a dry summer. I think that's caused all those mosquitoes to come out of the swampy areas around the Tangipahoa Parish. I'll tell you what, it really is a sign. It's a good thing that it is finally turning cold, and it is raining a lot in the later part of the year.
Very true. We need the rain, definitely. You always want to take the rain when you get it. We don't want too much, but we always need it because we do go through dry times, and this was a dry summer. Iowa comes back onto the field with 13 seconds remaining, trying to punch it in. They're down 14-6, ball at the 45-yard line. Curley under center, he has a man in the backfield, that's Bellard. It is 2nd and 5. Curley drops back, throws to the near side, and it is caught, incomplete to number 22, Greg Bellard.
Incomplete.
Almost had that, but couldn't catch it. Great defense there by number 1, Chad Alexander. Broke up the play, forces 3rd and 5.
Good play by Alexander right there to break up that catch right there. It looked like it was a great throw by number 11, Curley. But good job by number 1, Chad Alexander, getting back there to break up that coverage.
Colby Payne in on defense for the Tigers. He's number 20, and he has been a main man on defense. A very, very hard hitter for the Tigers. Watch out for him, number 20, Colby Payne. In on defense as well. He's number 1, Chad Alexander, with Darnell Keith. Here we go, 3rd and 5 for Iowa at the 45. Curley drops back, has some time, now steps up, throws down midfield. It's up for grabs, and it is caught by number 84, Marvin Buxton, but that's the end of the first half. Your score, Independence 14, Iowa 6. You're watching Prep Playoff Football right here on Florida Parish Television, Channel 17. Welcome back. Second half action. Independence up 14-6 over Iowa. Jarvis Dunn on the return. He takes it across the 20, wrapped up at the 22. First down, Tigers. Independence has it, 1st and 10 of the 22. It is 14-6 to start the second half. We are wet, cold, and wild. But here we go. Second half action. Tigers up, and they're trying to run the football. Again, 2 turnovers in the first half for Iowa. Both of them were picked off. They were interceptions by Independence. Donald Conley picked off the first one, and Chad Alexander had the second interception of the game. So it has been wild. Wet and wild is the name of the game tonight in Independence. But I believe it's this way all over the state. 1st and 10, ball at the 22. Pitch to Dunner on the left side. Has room, cuts back, and he's finally wrestled down. Tough defense there by Iowa.
Brought down by number 42, Justin Wilkinson.
He's going to be brought down by number 42, Justin Williamson.
Gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 for the Tigers
24.
at their own 24-yard line. We're in Independence, Louisiana. It's the Independence Tigers taking on the Iowa Yellowjackets. Independence up 14-6. Signorelli is going to give it up the middle. No. Looks like he was on a quarterback keeper. Kept it for no gain on the play. So we're going to bring up 3rd and 9 for the Tigers.
3rd and 9 for Independence. We'd like to thank our sponsors again for this game. Billy's Auto Repair. Billy's Auto Repair located at 12232 Highway 1063 in Independence, Louisiana. Call them on the phone at 878-0507 if you'd like to get them to work on your car. They do ACs, they work on alignment, brakes, fuel injection, tune-ups, and oil changes. Billy's Auto Repair. Signorelli on 3rd down throws, and it's incomplete, nearly intercepted, brings up 4th down. Again, that's Billy's Auto Repair and Independence. AC alignment, brakes, fuel injection, and tune-ups. ASE certified, full automotive service. That's Billy's Auto Repair. Billy Carter, owner. 878-0507. Also, we'd like to thank Signorelli's Sig's Utility Trailers.
In the front for the Tigers, number 14.
Sig's Utility Trailers. They have the best prices in the business in utility trailers. Call them on the phone at 878-6005. That's Siggy's Trailer Sales. They're located at 12365 West Black Cat Road, or you can call them on the phone for the best deal in utility trailers. Independence now punting. Signorelli to punt. And the quarterback, Curley, has it. He's down the right sideline. He's got some room. Takes it up near the 30. That's where they'll take it. 1st and 10 for Iowa.
Across the 35-yard line in the Tiger territory.
That's where Iowa will get it. 1st and down at the 30-yard line. The Iowa Yellowjackets trail 14-6 with 10:26 remaining second half from Independence, Louisiana. The winner of this game will face the winner of Redentorist Turling's Catholic game. That'll be a very formidable opponent, whichever opponent it is. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Curley has the football, and he has 3 men in the backfield. No receiver split out. It's an obvious run play. They'll give it to number 23. He'll shake his way across the 30, push his way forward across the 25, near the 20-yard line. Good run. Run by number 23, Celestine. We heard his name a lot in the first half. Very, very hard runner.
23, Lapika Celestine.
Ball is right at the 21-yard line, 11-yard gain. It was a 1st down, 1st and 10.
Ball spotted, Tiger 21-yard line.
Ball's at the 21. Curley under center, 3 backs in the backfield. No receivers again, they'll run the football. 3 back set on 1st down. They give it to 23, that's Celestine. He's wrapped up and dropped for a loss. Good tackle there by number 54 of the Tigers, Rod Higginbotham. Aaron Lips in there on the push, and Colby Payne all around the play.
He was brought down.
Yeah, good tackle by number 64, Aaron Lips right there, leading the charge. Good tackle, wrapping this guy up for a no gain on the play. Good tackle.
Aaron Lips on defense now, offensive lineman, but he's playing some defense on the defensive line with a guy with that much talent. You're crazy not to put him on both lines, and the Tigers do. Brings up 2nd and 10, 3 backs in the backfield. Curley gives it to number 23. That is Celestine. Jumps over the 20-yard line, is wrestled down at about the 15. So he picked up about 5 yards on the carry.
Good running right there by Celestine, gaining about 5 yards, taking it right up the gut by a host of Tigers on the stop. I believe that was number 20, Colby Payne, on the tackle.
We'll bring up 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. Curley comes back in on offense to get his offensive team ready to go. They're down 14-6, and with the hostile crowd here in Independence on the road, wet field, inclement conditions, they're still in this ball game. Talks back to his running backs. 3 backs in the backfield, the receiver to the near side. 3rd and 6. They fake. Curley drops back, now throws to Celestine in the flat. He's got it to 10-5, and he is in for the touchdown. Celestine on the reception. What a catch. Lespecius Celestine with the reception and the touchdown. Goes out in the flat, the running back. 14-12 is your score. Big strike there by Iowa.
Well, Celestine beat his guy out to the left flat right there, and Curley threw it. Perfect touch throw by Curley, leading Celestine for the touchdown from about 12 yards out.
They set that up on a fake to the running back, and he rolled out and threw the pass. It was a good fake. They really sold that. So now Iowa will decide whether to go for the extra point or go for 2, and it looks as if they're lining up for 2. Curley under center, a man in the backfield. Carter in the backfield. They go for 2. Curley rolls right. Under pressure, throws. It is incomplete for the 2-point conversion. No good, and your score stands Independence 14, Iowa 12, with 8:32 remaining in this 3rd period from Independence, Louisiana. So a break there by Independence. They do not allow Iowa to convert on the 2-point conversion, but I tell you what, Iowa has hung in this game right now, only down by 2.
Well, Jeff, Iowa started the ball game like this on his first possession. They also drove down for the score. So Independence did the same thing in the second half. Independence is really going to have to take it up another notch in the second half to really try and stop Iowa.
This is the time of the game, the 3rd period, when games can get out of hand. They don't always get out of hand, but they can if you're not careful. So Independence do want to make sure they solidify this 3rd quarter, play a solid 3rd and 4th quarter, and put this team away. Right now, it's a 2-point advantage going toward Independence with 8:32 remaining 3rd period in this 2nd round action of 3A prep football between Independence and Iowa. The 11 seed Iowa versus the 6 seed Independence. Independence comes into the game with a 10-1 record with a win over Westgate last week. And Iowa comes in with a 7-4 record. Their first round playoff victory defeat against Winsboro last week. Hubbard takes the football on the return. Runs to the left side, looks for blockers. He's down to the 20. 25, knocked out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 of the 26 for Independence.
Number 25, Justin Fontenot. First and 10, Tigers.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Dustin Signorelli checks back in with Aaron Lips. The entire offense, LeBlanc, Dunn, Brister. Dunn in the backfield with Hubbard. 2 backs in the backfield. Dunn and Hubbard. Signorelli under center. 1st and 10. 2 receivers to the far side. They give it to Dunn. He fights his way across the 25, and he'll land at about the 27-yard line. 2-yard gain.
On the carry. He's brought down by number 13.
Dunn going right up the gut right there and going behind number 64, Aaron Lips. Tried to open up a little hole right there, but nothing doing. Gaining only about 1 on the play. Is going to bring up 2nd and 9 for the Tigers.
Right up the gut. You like that, don't you?
I like to use the word up the gut.
That means straight up the heart of the defense, correct?
That is correct, young Jeff Horchak.
2nd and 9 for the Tigers at the 26. 2 backs in the backfield. Signorelli drops back, throws to the far side to Richardson. It's caught, but no gain on the play. And Sameka out there pushing around with the defensive players. You guys trying to push Roy Sameka around. They don't know who they're messing with. Sameka's a playmaker.
Well, Signorelli looked like he kind of threw it behind his receiver. His receiver had to come back and dive for it. Actually lost yards on a completed pass. Actually lost about 5 yards, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 13 for the Tigers.
3rd and 13. Emotions a little heated out there. A close ball game. 2-point advantage to Independence, but a very close game. Anybody's game at this point. So emotions starting to flare. Both these teams know this game can go either way. Brings up 3rd and 13. Signorelli rolls left. Has some time going deep to the near side of Brister. It's up and it is incomplete. Broken up by number 8 of Iowa, Chad Joe. And a good play by Joe. One-on-one with Brister. Breaks it up, forces a 4th down, and the Tigers will have to punt.
Looks like Iowa really starting to step up on defensive side of the ball. I tell you what, Jeff, Iowa, you look at that ball team, look pretty jacked up over there.
Independence will punt. Back to return for Iowa is number 11, Curley, the quarterback, and number 22, Greg Bellard. So two there back at the 45-yard line. 7:07 remaining, third period. Independence leading Iowa 14-12. Signorelli back to punt. High punt by Signorelli. It looks like it'll take a bounce and die right at about the 48-yard line. That's where it'll fall, and that's where Iowa will get the football. Pretty good field position in midfield for Iowa. This is their shot right here to take the lead and really change the momentum in this game.
Well, the Tigers are really going to step at the defensive play right here. Really take it to the next level right here. Really get some momentum going. And I'll tell you what, Iowa looks like they're on a good move right now in the second half.
1st and 10 for Iowa at the 48-yard line. Curley in at quarterback. He'll have his two backs in the backfield. Number 22, Greg Ballard. Number 23, L'Especious Celestine. Two receivers to the near side, one back in the backfield for Iowa. 1st and 10. They pitch to, they get a fake the reverse. Now Celestine has it around the near sideline, and he's dragged down at the 45-yard line. Good tackle by number 8 of Independence, Flem Williams. Flem Williams, we haven't heard him much tonight, but he makes a good play there, runs down the defender.
Good play right there. There's going to be a flag on the play.
Personal foul, Tigers.
Personal foul and Independence there, so that'll 15 yards will give 15 yards right to Iowa. Big penalty at this point in the game at a critical point.
Well, Jeff, for you, team is only up by 2 points. That's something you do not want to do, especially when right now Iowa has great field position. They're at the 49-yard line. It's going to push it all the way up to the 34-yard line of the Tigers. Something you just don't want to do.
Iowa fans like it. Tiger fans can't stand it. That's football, and that's the way it's played. Here we go. 1st and 10 for Iowa. Ball at the 29-yard line. A big help there given to Iowa by the Independence defense. Curley under center, one back in the backfield. That's Celestine. Two receivers to the near side. 1st and 10. They pitch out to Celestine on the right side. Cuts back to midfield. He's across the 25, down out of the 20. And another big gain there by Celestine on the ground. Picks up about 12 yards on the carry. Just shy of the first down.
Celestine with a great run, taking it around the right-hand side, taking it around the right tackle right there, picking up close to 9 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 1 for the Yellowjackets.
Ball's at the 21-yard line, 5:52 and counting, third period. Independence leading 14-12, but Iowa is driving. Curley under center, two backs in the backfield. 2nd and 8. They hand off to Celestine up the middle. He's drilled by number 44 of Independence, and that looks to be Bonds, Chris Bonds. Good tackle in the backfield. Again, we call Bonds' name. He's getting in there quick.
Chris Bonds really making a tremendous stop right there. I believe Iowa is going to be short of the first down by at least a half yard. It's going to bring up 3rd and a half for the Yellowjackets.
Official timeout for a measurement.
Official timeout on the field. They'll go ahead and bring out the chains and measure this one. It's going to be extremely close, as you said, Brett. Good stop there by Bonds. Could be a momentum breaker.
We'll have to wait and see. The umpires are going to bring out the change right here, but I believe he may be a little short, but let's wait and see.
Yellowjackets are short.
Short about 5-6 inches. Very close.
And of course, I'm right again, Jeff.
Oh, you cocky son of a gun, you. Got a cocky color commentary broadcaster. It's tough doing this with a cocky guy, but you're a good guy, Brett. Just joking.
Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate the comment right there.
Just don't do it again.
I wouldn't dream of doing it again. I wouldn't want to get on your bad side.
3rd and 8 for Iowa at the 20-yard line. The Yellowjackets have flown down from Lake Charles, Louisiana to take on the Tigers. Normally in a battle, a Yellowjacket will not, they won't be able to win against the Tigers, so we'll see who comes out on top tonight. 3rd and 8, they'll go for it. Quarterback Curley takes it on the quarterback keeper, and it's going to be another close call, but I think he has it. First down for Iowa. That was a statement there by this Iowa offense.
Well, Iowa, they're in it to win it, you know. The Yellowjackets, they really look pumped to start the second half. I tell you what, they look like they got momentum is on their side.
Iowa's, their slogan is Iowa all the way, and right now they're looking like they pushing this game to the top. First and 10 for Iowa at the 17-yard line. Curley under center, two backs in the backfield. He'll take on the quarterback keeper on the right side. He has all day to run, and he'll take it in. What a fake soul by the quarterback, number 11, Shane Curley, quarterback keeper on the right side. He fooled the entire Independence defense, took it in for the touchdown.
Tremendous fake right there by Curley. Really selling the fake right there up the middle. All the Tigers bit. Thought it was going to the up back. Curley doing a tremendous job, taking it around the right-hand side for about a 17-yard touchdown run. And it looks like the Yellowjackets think we're going to set up for two right now because they're only up 18-14 with 4:42 left to go in this third quarter. Well, Curley's going to be on the center with three backs in the backfield. Independence defense lines up tight. Looks like Curley's going to throw it, and it's going to be incomplete. His man was open, but Curley just kind of always shooting him right there. Well, nevertheless, with 4:42 left to go in this third quarter, it's Iowa 18, Independence Tigers 14. And we're back with 4:42 left. Independence is fixing to get the kickoff right here. And it's going to be down to Hubbard. He's going to take it at his own 18-yard line. Hubbard's going to turn it up. Got good blocking right there. Hubbard still on his feet is going to be tackled at around the Independence 39-yard line. 21-yard return right there by Neely Hubbard.
Very impressive by Hubbard. Tremendous play, first and 10 Tigers.
Couldn't have said better myself, Jeff.
Yes, Jeff Horchak at the Independence Iowa game.
4:33 left to go in this third quarter. It's Iowa 18, Independence 14. Iowa just scoring on about his 40, going down the field, 49 yards on the last possession. Independence has the football. Signorelli's on the center, two backs in the backfield, two splits to his right. He's going to give it right up the gut to Jarvis Dunn. Dunn is still on his feet. He is going to pick up close to about 6 yards on the play.
Point was no good.
It looked like there may have been a face mask on the play, but the referees missed the call. But Jarvis Dunn picks up close to 6 yards on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4 for the Tigers. Independence winning a big game last week against Westgate, 34-13. Down right now, trailing in the third quarter, 18-14 against Iowa. Signorelli's on the center. He's got two backs in the backfield. Gives it to Neely Hubbard. Hubbard bullying his way across the 50, picking up the first down for the Tigers. Good power running right there by Neely Hubbard, moving the chains for the Independence Tigers. Independence really needing to get in the end zone right here, down by 4 points. Still plenty of time left to go in this ball game. Anything can happen. Signorelli is going to come up on the center. Has two splits to his left, two running backs in the backfield. That's Hubbard and Jarvis Dunn. Signorelli is going to give it to Jarvis Dunn up the middle. Fights its way down to the 45-yard line of Iowa, picking up close to 4 yards on a play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6 for the Tigers. Some good power running tonight by Jarvis Dunn. Picking up close to 4 yards on a play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6 for the Tigers.
I tell you what, this is a football game. If you wanted one, you're getting one right now. Very close game, 4-point game. Extra point was no good by Iowa. 3 minutes and under 3 minutes left in the third period. Now the Independence crowd trying to get into the game. It's 2nd and 6. Signorelli under center, two backs in the backfield. They pitch to Dunn on the right side across the 45. Struggles and fights his way near the 40 to about the 41. That's where Independence will get it. Hard running by Jarvis Dunn. Now Independence trying to regain the lead and shift the momentum right back in their favor.
Well, Jeff, as you know, with 2 minutes left to go in this third quarter, still plenty of time in this ball game. It's not time to push the panic button just yet. You're only down 4 points. Still plenty of time for Independence to get back in this ball game.
There's no doubt about it. They need another big defensive stand like they had in this first half, 2 interceptions. They need to get the score here and then turn right back and get the football back. That would really put them in good position to win this game. So that's what we'll see. 3rd and 3 at the 42. Signorelli hands it off to Dunn again. He is drilled in the backfield, nowhere to go. Good defense by number 21 of Iowa. Roger Tatum just hit Dunn in the backfield, and he is covered in mud, nowhere to go. Brings up 4th down.
Good penetration right there by the Iowa defense. Jarvis Dunn gaining no yardage on the play. It's going to bring up 4th and a long 3 for the Tigers.
Long 3 for Independence. And at this point in the game, I think Independence is going to go for it. They're down 4, but they look like they'll punt. I was wrong. Signorelli will punt, and now they're going to play a game of field position. So back to receive is number 22 for Iowa. That's going to be Greg Bellard. And I tell you what, Brett, in this game right now, somebody has to step up and make a big play on either side because it is a 4-point game. Tigers have to do it right now if they want to win this game.
Well, Signorelli with a good punt right there, bringing it down, pinning Iowa at their own 10-yard line. Good punt by Signorelli.
Yeah, that was a way to start. Pin them far back and force them to drive the length of the field, and then you can get the football back, hopefully in good field position. But this is a good game. We had a feeling that Iowa was going to bring their A game and really challenge Independence tonight, and so far they've done that.
Well, Iowa has really stepped up to the challenge tonight, as you said, playing some good football tonight. I tell you what, in a weather condition like this, it's always a matter of field position. The team usually with the worst field position the whole game will usually lose the contest. But I tell you what, as you know, Iowa had good field position on the last drive and took it in the end zone. Let's see if now Independence can capitalize on field position right here.
Well, so far in the turnover department, Independence still leads. They have forced 2 turnovers. Iowa has not forced any turnovers yet. Iowa has the 4-point advantage in the football. So an interesting turn of events. They hand it off to their fullback, number 33, on the carry.
Yes, it's for the fullback, 32, Randall
Carter, and he picks up about 6 yards on the play. No flag on the play. It's the reflection from the water. There's so much water on the field, can't even see. Looked like a flag down there. Number 22 checking out for the Tigers, hobbling off the field. We'll let you, that's Tofield, Robert Tofield checking out. Looks like an ankle injury. He checks out. Number 15 checks in for the Tigers, Mark Machon. Brings up 2nd and 5 for Iowa, excuse me. Couldn't get that out. Iowa. Here we go, 2nd and 5, Curley under center, 3 backs in the backfield. They hand it again to Celestine, runs through tackles and is met right at the 18-yard line. He's dropped. So he picked up about 3, but good defensive coverage there by the Tigers.
I know sometimes we catch ourselves seeing Iowa, but it's actually pronounced Iowa. Now it's spelled the same way as Iowa, but it is pronounced Iowa.
Correct, spelled I-O-W-A, but pronounced like you said, like far away, Iowa. I talked to one of their trainers. He said, every time he goes somewhere, he has a little tag on it that says Iowa, Louisiana, or Iowa, and they think he's from Iowa. They said, you don't talk like you're from Iowa. He says, well, I'm from southern Iowa, South Iowa. That's the end of the 3rd period. Your score, Iowa leading Independence 18-14. We'll take a quick break and return with the final 4th period in this ball game. You're watching Prep Playoff Football on FPTV, Channel 17. Welcome back to the 4th period, the final conclusion of this ball game. Upcoming, Independence down 18-14 to Iowa. They have the football, the Yellowjackets up at the 20-yard line, and that's where it'll drop. So 18-14 game, Brett. 4th period, Independence down. They haven't been down. They've only been down, I believe, a couple times this year. They were down once. Well, they lost the A-Meet game, and they were down to, I believe, Franklinton, and came back to win that game. So they've only been down a few times this year. They're not used to that. It's interesting to see how they step up to the challenge.
Well, the defense really needs to step up right here. You're in the 4th quarter, really. You're only down 4 points, still plenty of time to go. Independence, they need to get a good stop here to try and get that ball back.
Brings up 1st and 10. Ball is at the 20-yard line. Iowa has it. 11:39 remaining in the ball game. They lead by 4. Curley has it. He hands it off to Celestine, straight up the middle of the field. He's across the 20, fights his way to about the 26. So a great run by Celestine. And again, the Independence crowd trying to get this team into it. The sideline for Independence is real quiet right now. You don't see a lot of excitement. Checking in on defense for the Tigers, number 99, number 92, Lionel Singleton. Checking in on defense.
2nd and 3 for the Yellowjackets.
2nd and 3 for the Yellowjackets. Aaron Lips checks out of the game, along with number 66, Barry Whitmer. Needs some rest there. They're playing hard. This Independence team right now, Brett, looks kind of quiet.
Well, Jeff, I think they're all shaken up right now. They can't really believe they're down, and I know that fans are trying to get this ball team back into this game.
2nd and 3, they give it to Celestine. He power control football, breaks it across the 30, bodies sliding everywhere at around the 35-yard line. A huge pile of mud. Both teams covered in mud. Right there, that's the big area where the mud is. The main action has been right at the 30 to the 40-yard line on both sides of the fields where all the mud is, and that's where they're sliding and falling everywhere. Very messy game. But this is most football players like this. They like to catch the ball and slide about 15 yards after the catch.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jeff, Iowa really not being intimidated about playing in a hostile environment such as Independence High School. I'll tell you what, we're up for the challenge tonight.
Another first down by Iowa. They have controlled the clock here in the second half, and they're moving the football. 3 backs in the backfield. Curley hands it off to the fullback, this time number 84.
The ball carrier is 84, Marvin Buxton.
Buxton on the carry, and he picks up again 2 or 3 yards. And like we said, they're controlling the clock in the second half. This clock has been controlled by the running game of Iowa.
Well, ever since the second half started, Iowa just coming out fired up in the second half, taking it to the Tigers right now, and they're up by 4 points late in this ball game.
2nd and 9, ball spotted right at the 35-yard line. The Tiger defense trying to step up, make a play, force another turnover. They've intercepted 2 passes from quarterback Curley in the first half, and have been able to score some points off it. Now they need another big stop. It's 2nd and 9, ball at the 35. Curley drops back, has some time, throws. The ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage by number 68 of Independence.
That was Clarence Richardson, but I tipped right there, number 68. Been all over the field, and I tell you what, Jeff, this guy is a player right there for the Tigers.
Tremendous play by Richardson. Brings up 3rd and 9. Big stop there by Richardson. That's what they needed. 3rd and 9. Will Iowa convert? Don't touch the dial. It's coming up right here on Channel 17. Ball at the 35-yard line. Jeff Horchak, along with Brett Luckett and our cameraman Butch Lee, bringing you this broadcast in hostile conditions, hostile weather conditions, but we're here for the action. It's 3rd and 9.
I'll tell you what, Jeff, 3rd and 9. Independence really needs to come up with a big-time stop right here.
Curley has the back in the backfield. He rolls left, steps up, throws, and it is incomplete to the intended receiver, number 22. That was Bellard, but good coverage out there by Alexander, and Keith breaks up the play, forces 4th down.
Independence really needing to come up with a stop right there. They came up with it. It's going to be a punting situation for the Yellowjackets.
That was what they needed to get back in this game. 9:28 left in the 4th period. Independence trailing 18-14 to Iowa. And bless you.
Thank you.
Back to return for Independence. Number 2, Jarvis Dunn. At the 32-yard line. Muddy conditions right now, Brett. Both teams, their jerseys are just filled with mud. I mean, this field is slick like a sheet of ice. Players are flying everywhere. Ball bounces right at the 34. That's where it dies, and that's where the Tigers will get it. 1st and 10 at the 34. Not bad field position for Independence. Right now is the time for them to go on the game-winning drive. 9:18 left. You want to milk the clock, take a long drive, score the touchdown, go up, and then hopefully come up with some big defensive stops and win the game.
Well, Signorelli really needs to get his troops going right here. With only 9:19 left to go in this ball game, you're down by 4. Time to get something going right here.
Signorelli has it. He hands it to number 31. That's Williams. Fights his way across the 35. Takes it to about the 37. And that's where it'll be. 37-yard line. Independence checking into the game for the Tigers. Roger Brister and Landry Richardson. Brings up 2nd and 9. And again, like we said, they've just got to string this drive out, take a lot of time off that clock, and score. You've got to score, and then you have to play good defense and try to lock down this win.
And Independence can run a lot of time off the clock, because on their last 2 scores, they actually ran off, I believe it was 5 minutes each drive.
Ball's at the 35. Signorelli has it. Done in the backfield. They fake and reverse around to the right side to Richardson. He has it trying to stop in this mud. He fumbles the football. It's on the ground. Oh, boy. Big play here. And Iowa has recovered the football on the Landry Richardson fumble at the 37-yard line.
Tough break right there for the Tigers. Richardson coughed up the football right there, but a good hit by one of the Yellow Jacket defenders right there, causing a fumble. He's going to turn it right back over to the Yellow Jackets. We're now in great field position down at the Independence 37-yard line.
Well, right there, Landry Richardson was trying to stop on a dime, and he couldn't stop. He was going to fall. He was trying to get his footing. It was very slick and muddy, and as he tried to stop, he got hit, and that's when he coughed up the football. So Iowa has it. They're up by 4 with 8:33 remaining. Terrific field position at the 38-yard line. 3 backs in the backfield. Curley under center. They give it to Celestine. He breaks across the 35, pushes the pile to the 30, and he's down about the 27-yard line. Just straight up the heart of the Tiger defense. Celestine running hard.
Good run right there by Celestine. Looks like he's going to bring up 2nd and about 1 for the Yellow Jackets.
The 11 seed right now shocking the 6 seed. Iowa leading Independence 18-14. And this crowd has been, Independence crowd just been taken out of this game.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jeff, Independence all night has really looked confused on defense. They don't know which way the Yellow Jackets are actually running the ball. And now the referee's going to say it's a first down for the Yellow Jackets.
First down at the 27-yard line. Curley under center, 3 backs in the backfield. This is an extremely critical drive. This is a make-or-break drive. Defensively, Tigers have to come up with a fumble or an interception. Celestine stopped at the line, dropped in a pile of mud right at the 26-yard line. Flag on the play. I have never seen this field this dirty and mucky in my life.
No, I haven't seen it this wet all year, Jeff. Like I said, it's been a really dry, humid year. It looks like this is going to go against Iowa, this flag.
Penalty on Iowa. That's a good sign for the Tiger fans. Pushes them back. They'll lose some yards in this play. It'll bring up 25 yards to go for the first down. And again, not a lot of cheers right now. Quiet crowd trying to figure out what's going on with this call. They'll march the football back on that flag.
Looked like there's a blocking below the waist against the Iowa Yellow Jackets. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty. It's going to bring up 1st and 25 for the Yellow Jackets at the Independence 40-yard line.
Now the football will be moved right back to where originally Iowa recovered the Richardson fumble. Ball at the 41-yard line. 7:47 left, 4th period. Iowa leading Independence by a score of 18-14. Curley has it under center, 3 backs in the backfield, a receiver to the far side. The Independence crowd rising to their feet. Fake, and there goes Curley on the right side again. He's sold on the fake. He's down to the 15. It's a race to the finish. They drag Curley down. That's Bonds. Drags Curley down at about the 6-yard line. First down, Iowa. And again, Iowa has sold that quarterback keeper all night long.
Well, it looked like Chris Bonds got sucking in right there. And Curley just doing a tremendous job keeping it, but Bonds really recovered well to tackle him at around the 8-yard line.
Independence dearly needs a turnover at this point in the game. 7:26 remaining, and Iowa has the football at the Independence 6-yard line, and they lead by 4.
I'll tell you what, Jeff, if anything, Independence needs to hold Iowa to at least a field goal right here. They'll only be down by 7. They really need to stop him right here.
1st and 7, 3 backs in the backfield, a receiver to the far side. Curley under center. He goes ahead and gives it to Celestine. He tries to move the pile, but he doesn't go anywhere. That defensive line of Independence holds him. Aaron Lips falls on top of Celestine and says, "No way, buddy, you're not going any farther." No gain on the play, brings up 2nd down.
Great play right there by the Tiger defense. But I tell you what, Jeff, time is of an essence right now. With 6:43 to go, your team is down by 4. You need to really come up with a big stop right here.
2nd and goal. From the 5.
Independence really needs to come up with a big stop right here. Iowa coming up to the line of scrimmage. Curley's on the center with 3 running backs in the backfield right behind him. Independence really needs to try to stiffen up right here on defense. Curley's going to keep it himself. He's going to be tackled at around the 2-yard line.
Shy of the goal line. He didn't get in, but I tell you what, Brett, they have not been able to stop Curley when he keeps it.
Curley's just done an excellent job running this football tonight. I tell you what, he looks like he is a proven leader right there for this Iowa Yellowjackets.
We'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's game. Billy's Auto Repair in Independence. Billy's Auto Repair is located at 12232 Highway 1063 in Independence. You can call them at 878-0507. Billy's Auto Repair, they take care of AC, alignment, brakes, fuel injection service, tune-ups, and oil change. If you want the best production on your car and best service, call Billy's Auto Repair today in Independence at 878-0507. It's 3rd and 2 at the goal line for Iowa. They give it to Celestine. He marches his way in. Touchdown, Iowa.
Big score right there for the Yellowjackets. They're going to go up by 10 with only 5:27 to go. I tell you what, Jeff, this Independence crowd looks really stunned.
They do. They've been taken out of the game with that score. And now Iowa going for that extra point. Put them up by 11 points. 24-14 your score now. Iowa over Independence, but still 5:27 remaining. A lot of time, but it's a two-possession game for the Tigers at this point.
Oh, anything can happen, Jeff. Even though Iowa is up by 10, possibly 11 right now, still plenty of time in this ball game. And the kick is up, and it's good, and there is a flag on the play. We'll have to wait and see what that flag is. It's going to be a personal foul, roughing the kicker against the Independence Tigers. Not what you want to do, and I guarantee Coach Bagley will not be happy with that dumb penalty.
We'd like to thank another one of our sponsors, Siggy's Trailer Sales. They sell utility trailers for the best prices in Independence. Call Siggy's Trailer Sales today at 878-6005. That's Siggy's Trailer Sales, 878-6005. Timeout on the field, and your score 25-14. Iowa leading the Independence Tigers. The 11 seed right now, shocking the 6 seed at home. You had to give it to Iowa. They've come in, they've played hard football, and they made the plays in this second half.
Please get out for 50-50 raffle tickets.
Yeah, like you said, Jeff, great play by the Iowa Yellowjackets this game.
6-1-2-3. We have a winner. 447.50. Mr. Carlo Girello.
It looks like it's starting to drizzle a little bit, and yes, I am holding the umbrella for me and Jeff.
Thank you very much, sir.
Anytime, it's been my pleasure. And right now, Iowa's going to kick it off at the Independence 45-yard line, so they tacked off 15 yards on it, roughing the kicker on the extra point. Something you do not want to be doing when your team is down by 11 points. So Iowa is set to kick off. Back deep for the Tigers, Dunn and Hubbard. And also number 44, Chris Bonds. The kick, it's going to be kicked. Bonds is going to take, it's going to go into the end zone. Downed. So the Tigers will take it at their own 20-yard line with 5:27 to go. Down by 11 points.
Okay.
I tell you what, Iowa has really done a tremendous job tonight, really playing some outstanding football. Done really good on the offensive side of the ball, but also when the defense has had to step up, they've really stepped up. It looks like it's going to be an official's timeout right here.
Remaining in the fourth period, Iowa has just jumped ahead of Independence 25-14.
Let's see what it is. And the referee is going to resume play right here. Signorelli is going to be under center with two receivers to his left, one guy in the backfield, and it's going to be Jarvis Dunn. Looks like Signorelli wanting to go deep for number 24, Brister, and it's going to be broken up by number 8. Good breakup by number 8. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Tigers.
24,
Roger Brister was going down on the left sideline, but Signorelli like he underthrew him, and it was a good breakup of the Iowa defense. 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. 5:21 remaining in this contest. Independence down 25-14.
Well, Brad, at this point in the game, Independence has got to score quick. They don't want to take too much time because then they won't have time to score again. They need 2 possessions to score. Jarvis Dunn on the catch, takes it across the 25 to about the 28-yard line. They need a quick score, and they've got to come up with a turnover because they're running out of time, down 11 with 5 minutes remaining. Time is of the essence, and they have to make a play now. You're the 6th seed, you're playing the 11th seed, you've got to make a play, and that's the way it is. If you're the best team, you're going to make the plays when you have to. Signorelli under center. They're trying to go up in a hurry-up offense. Two backs in the backfield, a receiver to either side. They give it to Dunn. He goes up the middle, finds room across the 25, 35, 40. He breaks loose, and Jarvis Dunn is slung down at midfield. First down, what a run. That's what they needed, Jarvis Dunn. They're going to keep feeding him the football. He is their money man. He's been there all year for them. They're going to keep giving him the ball and expect him to help them out in this position.
Jarvis Dunn with an outstanding run going around the right-hand side, picking up the first down for Independence. Something that desperately needed right there.
Big run by Dunn. That's a quick play. 4:46 left. Tigers have it in midfield, down 11, 25-14. They're in the hurry-up offense. Signorelli under center. Dunn, who's covered in mud, in the backfield. They pitch it to him around the left side. He's a player. He crosses the 50, stumbles forward to about the 47-yard line, picks up about 5 yards of the play. But Jarvis Dunn, whether they win or lose this game, he has played hard. I mean, this team has fought, and he is covered in mud. You can barely see his number on his jersey. Just really playing an unbelievable game, the senior.
Well, you know, Jeff, Independence doesn't believe in the word quit. You know they're going to play until the whistle sounds. And I tell you what, you know they want to try to win this game for Coach Bagley in his last year for this Independence team. And I tell you what, still plenty of time left to go.
Here we go, 2nd and 7. They have a man in the backfield. It's Hubbard. Signorelli throws to the near side. Sameka. He makes the catch, makes a man miss. He's at the 40, 35, got blockers, and he's slung down at the 35-yard line. Great catch there by Sameka. Gets out of bounds, too, and stops the clock.
I tell you what, Jeff, for as little as Royce Sameka is, he really makes a play when you need him to make a play.
He has done it all year long. He's not a big guy, but he has good hands. He makes plays. Very intelligent player right there. Again, made the catch, but did the right thing. Got out of bounds, saved him some time. 4:03 remaining. Now the clock's ticking. Dunn in the backfield. Richardson to the near side. Signorelli drops. They got it. Richardson. He's got the ball across the about the 30. And that's where he'll be dragged down. Again, quick. They're in a hurry-up offense. They've got to throw the football quick and score quickly. They need it. Time is of the essence. 3:45 clock still ticking. They didn't get out of bounds. They need to get up and line up quick.
Yeah, Signorelli looks like they're going to nothing but a passing attack right here. But I tell you what, they need to try and move this ball with 3:33 and counting in this fourth quarter.
Here we go. Signorelli has it. Two backs in the backfield. They go back to Dunn. Big hole up the middle. He crosses the 25. Spins his way to the 20. Still on his feet down at the 19-yard line. Jarvis Dunn running with authority. First down.
One thing I can give Jarvis Dunn, Jeff, he can really spin off tackles. And I tell you what, really at only 5'7", 160 pounds, really a tremendous runner.
He is. We've said it all year. He's really a quality player. First down, ball at the 22. Signorelli has it. Two backs in the backfield. Sameka to the far side. Signorelli drops, throws, incomplete to the near side, and Landry Richardson. That's going to bring up 2nd down. 3:16 left in the fourth period.
3:16 left, like you said, Jeff. Still some good amount of time left to go. It's really needs to really get his troops going right here and really start completing some passes right here.
They need a play here, 20-yard line. It is 2nd and 10. They're down by 11, 25-14 if you're joining us. Hubbard in the backfield, Brister to the far side, Dunn and Richardson to the near side of receiver. Signorelli drops, rolls right under pressure, will take it himself, go behind blockers. LeBlanc was the blocker, takes it up to about the 14-yard line. Good run there. Good play by Signorelli. He didn't see anybody open, ran behind LeBlanc, picked up about 7 yards.
Well, at this point, Jeff, you really have to do whatever it takes to move the ball, move the chains right there. Signorelli knew he was under pressure. He had no other choice but to tuck it and run. Picking him close to 6 yards, going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Tigers.
The clock is under 3 minutes right now, so they've got to score. Signorelli drops back, and he is drilled in the backfield. A sack brings up 4th down, and he gets dropped in the backfield. Just tremendous pressure up the middle by Iowa. They drop him for a loss.
Well, Jeff, it looked like Iowa came on a linebacker blitz right there. The guy came from the outside untouched. Signorelli, he had no choice. I mean, he took a sack right there. It's going to bring up 4th and now 9 for the Independence Tigers. And I tell you what, Jeff, when they resume play right here, Independence basically needs to pick up this 1st down or their season's over with.
They've got to. I mean, it's crunch time now. You have to score quick, and you have to pray that you can get a turnover, recover a turnover, and have a chance to go down and score. Otherwise, like you said, it's over. It's one and done in the playoffs.
Oh, absolutely, Jeff. Like you said, Independence at one time was ranked #1 of the year for 8 straight weeks. And I tell you what, Jeff, if they're going to show like the team they were for 8 straight weeks, they're going to have to try and come back and pick up this 1st down right here.
They will have to. They come on the field. They look kind of nonchalant at this point. I don't know whether it's they're tired, worn out, discouraged, maybe a combination of all of the above, but they've got to make a play. Someone's got to step up, dig down deep, and come up with the big play. And they've got the guys to do that. They've got the playmakers. Now is the time. 4th and 10. This could be the last play of the game on offense for Independence at the 22. Dunn in the backfield. Signorelli rolls left, steps up, throws, and it is caught by Roderick Brister. and he's in for the touchdown. Oh, no good, incomplete. I mean, he caught the ball, but he was at the 1 yard line. It's a first down at the 1. It looked like he slid in, but he wasn't. He was down at the 1. What a catch. Great play call, tremendous execution.
Well, Jeff, a big-time throw right there by Dustin Signorelli. When he needed to get the ball down the field, he did it. Good throw by Signorelli.
Great catch by Brister. They've got it to goal line. Dunn punches his way in, and he's in. He's in. Touchdown, Jarvis Dunn. That's what they needed. 2:27 still left in this game. And now Independence scores. They cut the lead to 5. If they go for 2, they cut it to 3. If they go for 1, they cut it to 4. What will they go for?
Well, Jeff, I believe either way, I think they're going to try and go for 2 right here and make it a 3-point ball game. But either way, whether they get it or not, expect Independence to do an onside kick when they get the ball.
This game is not over by any means. 2:27 left. The Tigers have cut the Iowa lead to 5, 25-20. Now they'll make a decision whether they'll go for 2 or go for the extra point. And it looks as if right now they're lining up for 2, going for that 2-point conversion, trying to cut it to a 3-point game, which they could tie it with a field goal or possibly win it with a touchdown. Dunn in the backfield with Hubbard. Now Dunn rolls out, Signorelli drops back, throws, touchdown! Or 2-point conversion, excuse me. 2-point conversion is good by Ryan LeBlanc. The catch by LeBlanc to Signorelli. They're back in this game, 3-point game.
But Jeff, they're only down by 3 points, but with 2:27 left to go in this ball game, they need to do an onside kick and come up with it.
That was a 2-point conversion executed to perfection on the pass from Dustin Signorelli to Ryan LeBlanc. Several times this year they've hit LeBlanc the tight end of the end zone, and they've converted. Good play call. They convert your score with 2:27 remaining in the fourth quarter. Iowa holding on to a 25-22 lead over Independence. We'll take a quick break and return with the final 2:27. You're watching Prep Football Playoffs right here on Florida Parish Television, Channel 17. Welcome back. 2:27 remaining. Independence scores on a touchdown by Jarvis Dunn, and a 2-point conversion converted on the catch to Ryan LeBlanc, and we've got a 3-point game. Independence down by 3. They're kicking off now to Iowa. Onside kick, possibly?
We could be looking at one.
And it's going to be an onside kick. Takes a bounce. Iowa will take it at the 30, 50, 49-yard line. They hold on to it. Gutsy call, but the Tigers now need a turnover, no doubt about it.
Well, Independence really needs either a turnover or really stop the Iowa Yellowjackets. I believe they still have 2 timeouts remaining with 2:25. That's usually pretty good.
Now it's time for the heralded defense to step up. Lionel Singleton, Clarence Richardson, Colby Payne, Chad Alexander, Donald Conley. They need to step up. Somebody's got to make a play here in order to help Independence pull this out. They're in a dogfight. The 6-seed Independence in a dogfight with the 11-seed Iowa down by 3 points in the final quarter. 1st and 10, Iowa has it at the 50-yard line. 3 backs in the backfield. Curley has it. He'll hand off to number 23 and a flag of the play.
Looks like it's going to be a legal procedure against the Yellowjackets.
Against the offense.
That procedure's against Iowa. Goes Independence's way. They'll push the football back. So big penalty on a legal procedure by the Yellowjackets. That's a 5-yard penalty. Marches them back to about the 45-yard line. It'll be 15 yards to go for the first down. And again, the name of the game, defense for Independence. Step up, make a play, force a turnover or an interception, and then you have a chance to go in and win this game.
Independence really needs to come up with a big stop right here.
1st and 15 of the 45. Curley under center, 3 backs in the backfield. Defense is being chanted by the Independence home crowd. They give it to Celestin. He is stopped in the backfield. Tackled by number 68. Clarence Richardson made the hit initially in the backfield. Richardson stepped up.
Good stop right there by Richardson. Really needed to come up with a big-time stop right there. 2:15 left to go. Independence calls their second timeout.
Timeout of the field. We'll go ahead and take a quick timeout. You're watching Prep Playoff Football right here on Florida Parish Television, Channel 17. 15 left. It's 2nd and 16 for Iowa. This crowd at Independence going ballistic. It's crunch time. Somebody needs to key in on the quarterback, Brett, because he might try that quarterback keeper again. They give it to number 84. He's got a hole, and he's dropped by Colby Payne. Stopped by Payne. It brings up 3rd down, and they say it's a fumble. Independence recovers. Hold on to your hat.
Oh, my my goodness, I can't believe it right there. Colby Payne coming up with a big-time major league hit right there, forcing a turnover. Independence ball with 2:08 to go, only down by 3.
We might be heading north, Brett, next week. Who knows? What a stop. And we said it. Somebody had to make a play. Colby Payne made the play. Tigers recover. Sweet Sassy Molassie. It's time to bring it all out right here.
Big time stop right there for the Independence Tigers. I tell you what, Dustin Signorelli and his offense needs to get something going right here.
1st and 10, ball at the 45. Signorelli rolls, the flag of the play. They stop the play. Man, what a play. Colby Payne has done it all year, and he does it again.
Well, I tell you what, Jeff, looks like Independence came out, didn't really know the snap count right there. And I tell you what, looks like the rain is starting to fall right now.
2 minutes left in this game, 2:07 to be official. Independence down by 3. They forced the turnover. Colby Payne recovers. They have the ball at midfield, and this game has been back and forth. But Independence now has the football. It was a penalty, pushed back, and now you see the Iowa crowd going ballistic. Both crowds going back and forth. What an atmosphere for high school football.
See, Jeff, right now, Independence is telling that crowd to get on their feet, but really, you don't want the crowd to get on their feet so the offense can hit a snap.
Richardson with a catch. He is dragged down, maybe a yard on that play, but not much. Back and forth, teams jawing at each other. Emotions in this game. This game is up for grabs.
I tell you what, Jeff, that number 8 for the Yellowjackets has been all over the field tonight, making some superb breakups and also some great tackles.
It is 2nd and 16. Critical play on offense for the Tigers. Sameka checks out. Ball's at the 47-yard line. 1:40 left in this game. Independence down 3. They've got to score to win this. Done in the backfield. They fake. Signorelli rolls left, steps up to throw. Has time, throws, and it's incomplete. He is hit right after the throw. By number 21, Roger Tatmus put the pressure on him. He had to get rid of it. Incomplete. 3rd and 16. This is the play of the game.
Well, just Signorelli on the last drive came out with a major league play. I tell you what, 3rd and 15. He needs to really come up with something else right here.
Maybe you look for Ryan LeBlanc or possibly Roger Brister on this pass play.
Maybe even Royce Sameka as well, because you know he's got great hands.
That's true. 3rd and 16 to the 45. Make or break for Independence. Signorelli steps up. He throws upfield, and it's Sameka. He's got it. Roy Sameka's going. Touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Roy Sameka. Holy cow.
Jeff Royce Sameka ran a post pattern down the field. Dustin Signorelli found him. A big time throw right there for Dustin Signorelli. Touchdown, Independence.
I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. Roy Sameka, we just called it. You called it, Brett. You are the man. Roy Sameka, touchdown.
Jeff, I'm never wrong.
Roy Sameka. He's a little man in stature, but a big playmaker. He makes the catch. Tigers up 28-25. You cannot script this anymore.
Jeff, just look at the crowd over there on the Iowa sideline.
They are silenced. They can't believe it. Roy Sameka ran that post pattern, and he was gone, Brad. You could see it in his eyes. Once he caught it, he said, I'm going. He was gone. That is tremendous heart.
Well, Jeff, first of all, give all the credit to the offensive line. They gave Signorelli just enough time to find Roy Sameka on the post pattern right there. I'll tell you what, he really threaded the needle right there, because he threw it between 2 defenders. An absolute great throw.
Oh, my goodness. We are going to have an interview with Coach Bagley after this game. I know he almost had a heart attack, but his team has fought in this game and have made the plays, and we said it before. Somebody had to make a play on defense. Somebody had to make a play on offense, and they did it, Brett.
I'll tell you what, Jeff, they are showing why they were the #1 team throughout 8 weeks in 3A.
Game's not over yet, though. 1:21 left, up by 3. They'll go for the extra point. It'll make it a 2-possession game. Aaron Lips in to kick it. Sameka to hold. Snap is down. They fumble the snap, and Lips will pick it up. So the extra point, no good, and it's a 3-point game. 1:21 left. This game still not over.
Jeff, if anything right here, special teams comes into play right here. Independence, whoever kicks off, whether it's Darnell Keith or Aaron Lips, they need to really try to pin them back as far as possible.
Independence trying to move on to the 3rd round and take on the winner of Redemptorist and Turlings Catholic. They have made some clutch plays on offense and defense in this final 3 minutes. And right now, with 1:21 remaining in this ball game, they lead 28-25 over the Iowa Yellowjackets. This play erupted when Roy Sameka caught that touchdown pass.
I'll tell you what, Joe, this place got so loud I couldn't even hear you talking. You're right next to me. I tell you what, this Independence football team, players, coaches, even the fans, they're all into it right now.
They're playing for their city, they're playing for pride, they're playing for their coaches, and man, have they stepped up. Crowd on their feet. Independence with a gutsy call on offense. Royce Sameka, you called it. I said Brister or LeBlanc. You said watch out for Royce Sameka, and he made the play. I mean, it's just unbelievable how critical he is to this offense.
Oh, Jeff, Royce Sameka, small guy, but he is a big-time playmaker.
Here we go. It's up for grabs. Iowa has it down 3. They've got a chance with 1:20 left. And a flag on the play.
Well, Jeff, they said his knee was going to be down at the 15-yard line. He nailed it. He thought he didn't nail it, but the referee's going to say he didn't nail it at the 15-yard line. Okay, sorry.
That's where Iowa will get it. He nailed it, and wow, game back and forth. Ball's at the 15, Brett. 1:18 remaining in this game. Independence up 3. Now it's all up to the defense to hold it out and win the game.
Jeff, I tell you what, if any time the defense needed to step up, now's the time.
You counted on them earlier in the game. You can count on them now, baby. The Tiger defense looking to go to 11-1 of the season and move to the 3rd round. The defense has to make a play. It's 1st and 10. Curley has it. 2 backs in the backfield. They're pinned back. Curley drops back, has some time, steps up, throws, and it's caught for the 1st down by the receiver, number 84, Harold Buxton. Marvin Buxton with a catch. That's a 1st down. 1:10 left. Still a lot of time.
Well, it looks like Independence is going to a little prevent zone right there. But number 84 finding the soft spot in the zone with a good catch right there, picking up the 1st down for Iowa.
At this point in the game, Iowa down 3. They're not going for the tie. They're going for the win. They're on the road. Defensively, Independence has to step up. Now they put Curley in the shotgun on 1st and 10. He steps up, rolls left, throws it up for grabs, and it's caught again by Buxton. Another 1st down by the Iowa Yellowjackets. 2 big passes to Buxton. He makes the catches.
Well, number 84, I tell you what, he's done pretty good tonight for this Yellow Jacket ball team. I tell you what, why not go to him? I believe he's a really tall receiver, goes about 6'2", 6'3", so why not throw him the ball?
At this point in the game, I don't think you prevent defense. I think you send the heat to Curley. You got to pressure this man. He can throw the football.
Oh, yeah, Jeff, I don't really believe in a prevent defense to begin with. I believe, like you say, you go after him.
Curley in the shotgun on 1st down again. He steps up. They're trying to get to him. Has time. Throws it up downfield. It's up for grabs. Oh, nearly intercepted by number 23 of the Tigers. Donald Conley almost had his 2nd pick of the game, and that could have been the game winner.
I'll tell you what, it looked like that just went right through his hands right there. He should have came up with that catch, but I tell you what, Iowa has a 2nd and 10, and Independence willing to try to put some heat right here on the quarterback.
We'd like to thank our sponsors again, Siggy's Utility Trailers and Billy's Auto Repair. Both those sponsors have helped us out this week. We thank them both. Billy's Auto Repair, Siggy's Auto Repair. 2nd and 10 for Iowa. Ball at the 48-yard line. Curley has it. His team down 3 with 38 seconds remaining in the ball game. Curley now this time goes under center, has a back in the backfield, 2 receivers to the near side. 2nd and 10. Curley drops back, feels the pressure, rolls left. He's under pressure, steps up, throws it incomplete. 3rd down. Pressure was brought there by number 68, Clarence Richardson. He was bringing the rush, coming after Curley.
Jeff, we said his name all night. I tell you what, Richardson really stepping up right now for this Tigers defense.
It is 3rd and 10. This is the play of the game. If Iowa can convert, it's still alive. If Iowa doesn't convert the game, they have one more chance on 4th down, and they'd have to go for it. So 2 more plays left in the playbook for Iowa. 31.2 seconds left. What a ball game, Brett. We couldn't have scripted it better. I mean, it looked as if Iowa was going to run away with this game with about 9 minutes left, and Independence has fought back.
Well, it looked like Iowa, like you said, was going to take this ball game. There was only 4 minutes left to go, and Iowa was up 25-14. But with some miracle, with the guys looking down from the heavens, have given Independence a 3-point lead, 28-25, with 31.2 seconds left to go in this ball game.
This is a proud tradition football. This is a proud school. Coach Baglio has built a powerhouse in Independence over the years. Very proud team, and you knew they weren't going to die. We said they're going to fight. They just have to make plays, and it's time to step up. They did it, and right now their defense has to make maybe 1 or 2 more plays, and they possibly could win this game and go on to the 3rd round. Here we go. Royce Sameka throwing stuff up in the stands. That young man has played a great game. Here we go. It is 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 for the Yellowjackets.
Stepping up as Curley throws downfield, and it is incomplete. Almost intercepted by Alexander, incomplete. It's 4th down. Final play of the game for Iowa if they cannot convert. Alexander almost had that interception.
This could be the last play of the season for the Iowa Yellowjackets. 4th and 10. Really needs to come up with a big play right here. Well, Iowa is going to take a timeout right here with 25.7 seconds left to go. It's Independence 28, Iowa 25. We're going to take a quick timeout on the Florida Parish Prep Football Channel 17. Back with 25.7 seconds left to go. Independence holding on to a 3-point lead. It's 4th and 10 for the Iowa Yellowjackets. Currently he's on the center. He's going to call for the ball. He's still looking. He's going to run. No, he's going to throw it. He dropped the ball. I can't believe it. Number 21 drops the ball.
Warm up the bus. Independence is going to the 3rd round.
At the first down mark, too.
Oh my goodness, I cannot believe he dropped the football. He was at the first down marker. He could have had the first down for the Yellowjackets. Unfortunately, he does not come out with the catch. It's going to turn the ball back over to the Independence Tigers. With a tremendous comeback by this Tigers team. Down by 11 points with under 4 minutes left to go. They came back, fought their way back to take the lead.
Unbelievable. That's heart, and that's the heart of a champion. They are champions.
They were ranked number 1 throughout 8 weeks in 3A, and I tell you what, they showed why they were the number 1 team in 3A. Cinderella's going to take a knee, and that's going to be it. Independence wins. Independence wins. Independence wins.
28-25. We will have an interview with Coach Baglio after the game. Now the Independence players sliding in the mud, going nuts. They're saying get off the field, wait till the clock counts down, and there might be a penalty on this play going against Independence.
Well, let's wait and see.
Might be excessive celebration before the game was over.
I will call timeout.
Okay. Hold something.
I believe Iowa had called timeout, and they did. It looked like some fans were ready to charge the field as well as the players and coaches, but Iowa did call a timeout. Right now the clock is showing 0 seconds on the clock, but let's wait and see how many seconds they put back on the clock.
Unbelievable, Brett. Unbelievable game. This is just the greatest game. We've seen some good games this year. This is the best one.
Jeff, that's why they say it's never over until it's over. You keep playing your heart out, things will happen. I tell you what, Independence has played their heart out, fought their way back to this ball game to take the lead 28-25.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, give credit to the Iowa Yellowjackets. They came today, played their hearts out, played tremendous football. And I tell you what, my hat's off to this Iowa Yellowjackets, and they got something to look forward to in next year.
The game's over. Independence has come back and defeated.
I tell you what, I haven't seen a game this good all year long. And that's going to be the final play of the ball game with the final score, Independence 28, the Iowa Yellowjackets 25. Stay tuned. We're going to try and get an interview with Coach Charles Baglio right after this break.
That's the end of the game.
To the Independence locker room, I'm Jeff Horchak, joined by Brett Lucken, and we're joined by 3 of the Independence Tigers, Dustin Signorelli, quarterback, Roy Sameka, receiver, and Flynn Williams, defensive back of the Tigers. 28-25, Tigers come from behind. Let's start with Flynn first. You're one of the defensive guys. Colby stripped that ball at the end. What were you being told on defense at the end, because you guys really stepped up?
At the end, we was just, coach was saying, get on the ball, everybody to the ball, everybody step up and play as a team. Strip the ball, we got to get the ball, do whatever we got to do to get the ball back. So we just had to do that.
You guys have been doing it all year. You were ranked number 1 in the state for 8 straight weeks, and you stepped up. Roy Sameka now, the receiver, caught the game-winning touchdown. Roy, I could tell when you caught that ball you were going the distance. You weren't going to be stopped. Talk a little bit about that play and how it broke down.
Well, I don't know. I made that one move to the outside, and he kind of fell for it, and I seen I had him beat for a little bit. Had a step on him or so, and Dustin just hit me perfect right on stride. I mean, it was just perfect all the way. The whole play was just...
Great catch, and Dustin Signorelli, the man that threw the pass. Dustin, again, breaking down that play. You knew you had to make a play on that. It was 16 yards to go, and you hit Roy on the post pattern. Just worked out beautifully.
Yeah, we've been watching their free safety all game. He'd been running to the ball a lot, and so had all the other defensive players. So I looked him off and just hit Roy on the backside post. Perfect pass. He made a great catch and run. Touchdown.
You're a senior, and your team hadn't been down much all year. You were down against Franklinton. You came back and won the A-Meet game. You lost, and then this game you're down with about 4 or 5 minutes left, down by 11 points. The crowd seemed kind of quiet. You guys seemed a little down. But what was the catalyst that just told you, hey, we're gonna take this?
Well, just the defense helped us out a lot. We made big plays on offense, and they stopped us. The defense made real big plays and got the ball back for us, and we just took it down and did what we had to do.
Guys, congratulations on the win. We'll be back in a moment with Coach Baglio here on the post-game show. Independence defeating the Iowa Yellowjackets 28-25. We'll be back in a second. Joined by Coach Baglio. Coach, congratulations, 28-25. You come from behind. 4 minutes left. The game was really, it was tough. You were down by 11. Your team has the heart of a champion. Come back and win it.
Yeah, first I'd like to say to all the people that left, we did win the game. So in case they want to come back and watch the replay, they can watch it on Channel 17. But, you know, when you're down by 11 points with 5 minutes left and you got to go 80 yards and then you got to do it again to win the game, you got to say that your kids are made to have a lot of character and just don't believe they can get beat. And hopefully it's a team of destiny. We'll find out this week because we got another tough one in Redemptress. But I can't say enough about the 2 throws that Dustin Signorelli made on the 2 post plays. One to Roderick Bristol to get the first score that we needed, and then the second one was phenomenal. 4th and 10. We don't make it there, it's over. And Royce takes it in 50 yards for a touchdown. So it's just, you know, sometimes things are meant to be, and when you work hard, those things, good things happen to you. And I think these kids have worked mighty hard.
What did you tell your guys with about 4 minutes left? You're down by 11 points, and everybody was out of it. It looked like it was over. But what did you tell the guys? Because Brett and I were talking, and we said, you know, this game is not over. You got a lot of time with your team, but you got to step up now, make some plays on both sides. And Kobe Payne recovers the fumble, and Sameka makes a big catch from Dustin. So you made the plays, and it's unbelievable to see that because that's true. It's a true champion.
Sometimes you don't have to say too much to certain teams, and this is one of them because they just don't believe they can lose, and they always thought they had a chance. And once we had the ball and once we scored, then we really knew we had a chance. And we had 2 timeouts left, and we shut them down, and Kobe Payne forced a fumble and recovered it, and the rest is history.
Would you put this up there with one of your top 3 or 4 wins in your 34 years here?
I think it's probably in the top 3.
Top 3.
Yeah.
Coach, congratulations. We'll see you next week at Redemptress.
We'll be there.
Coach, bring Brett Luckett in, our color man here, and finish up the show. Brett, what can we say? We've said it all, but this was a great game. You and I called the game. We were very fortunate. Mr. Lee filming the game. It was rainy. The conditions were horrible, yet this team would not die.
Well, this team wouldn't die, Jeff. Like you said, they were down 11 points with only 5 minutes left to go in this ball game, and this team needed to step up. They stepped up. When they needed to force a turnover, they forced a turnover. When they needed to step up and score on offense, Signorelli showed great poise and character in the pocket, and he stepped up tonight.
You have to talk about this defense. I mean, they made the play. Kobe Payne comes with the fumble recovery. Tigers come back and are able to score. Defense gets a lot of kudos tonight. The offense makes the plays. A whole team effort. Independence defeating Iowa 28-25. They come from behind. They move on to the 3rd round to take on a Redemptress up in Baton Rouge. We're going to be there hopefully to see that game. Thanksgiving weekend, a lot of things going on. But this team right now, this is one of those games that could really propel them deep into the playoffs. One of those critical games where the team really comes together.
Well, the team can definitely come together. And like you said, Jeff, they play Redemptress next week. As you know, they're a very good